The best place ever.
Yeah, this is the best.
Yes, I know.
You're right
Okay.
there, if you're
Alright.
there, Shauna can
Yep.
kick you from there.
That's true. All right, so we've got Mr. Zagaras here. Did you want to tell us your plans? Your plan is right up here, but if you want to give us a little detail before we start, before we jump in.
I have a old home built in 1925. I would like to add a little, just a roof over the front end of the house. A
Here.
little sitting porch,
Okay.
right there. I want to raise up the level about a foot to block the water from draining into my basement that's right behind that porch. But it's really just a roof over what exists there.
So you're saying that that addition, is that already slab or?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's a slab. And then on the garage, I need a little more space in the garage for tools, and it's a 2-car garage, but boy, it was a 2-car garage for smaller cars. And I know I am asking a variance which will increase the amount of non-porous.
Lot coverage.
Lot coverage.
Lot coverage.
coverage.
They call it lot coverage, but it's non-porous runoff.
Well, I will be glad to remove some concrete to make up for whatever addition there is.
okay,
In fact, I'd probably remove a little bit more. Of that space between the garage and the porch, where the driveway is right there,
uh-huh,
I would prefer that to be grass instead of a driveway. I do need a strip for a walkway, but most of that concrete I'll take out if you give me the variance to put the roof over my porch.
If we take that out, would it get, I think the numbers would go down below mark where we don't need it.
You may not need the variance for the lot coverage. I don't know if you need it for the
Yeah.
setback still.
well,
Oh, I am 6 inches closer to my neighbor on that corner
yep,
of that. I've got a letter from him and his wife, who are all for the project. Steve and Kathy Bull, who live just to the north of me, they have no problem with this.
Does this go to planning board or is this just?
no, this is just zoning board.
So, Mark, why don't I look at that to see what kind of square footage it is, and if we can ask for one variance for a setback instead of lot coverage, that would be helpful.
That's gonna be
If you're-
super helpful.
Pardon? Yeah, if you want to remove that driveway, it's up to you.
Oh, yeah, I do.
You wanna remove the driveway?
Just the part between the addition to the garage and the roofed over porch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that won't make up. You still need a variance, but
I don't think so, because you're adding, I'm just going over concrete for the porch. I'm adding some concrete for the garage addition, but I'm taking more.
Okay.
off
all right,
the
well, after
garage.
this meeting today I can look at that and see what the numbers look like.
It's still gonna be over, but
I think
it'll
it's gonna
be
be over.
less non-conforming.
Well, I'm also going to add some grass on the lakeside and about a foot times 50, between a foot and 2 feet and 50 feet of added grass in the back where that retaining wall is.
You're taking the wall out.
Yeah, what do you do with the wall?
I'm improving that retaining wall so it doesn't fall apart,
Okay.
but I want to fill in. Right now my lot goes like this.
Mhm.
And what I want to do is level it out, so I'm not about falling over when I cut it,
Right,
and I'll be adding a foot to 2 feet of grass area on the grass retaining wall line.
You might want to check out some riparian planting for that area too.
What's-
That might help with the lake filtering too, so.
What's the threshold for disturbance?
Riparian filtering systems, the ECB will probably recommend it to you as well, with some
1,000.
specific plants that they would recommend, so.
Okay,
right. I mean, we,
I guess one of the calculations you might want to look into too is if, I have no idea how much work we're talking about, but with that area plus the removal of your driveway. So the way the town has a calculation that says over a certain square foot of disturbance triggers the need for a site plan review, which would then put you before the planning board. So if we add in the area that you're talking about filling in and we add in the removal of the driveway, what does that bring us to? Just a thought,
It's
and
got-
addition as well. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
that's something to think about. Add that number up, and if it's over that threshold, you might be looking at another application with the town for another approval. Just pointing that out.
Okay,
Yeah, that's something you
Yeah.
would,
well, forget
Speed
the
is important.
lakeside.
Yeah,
Just the concrete of the driveway is,
And you're talking about from the rear of the existing garage or the new addition to the garage?
in addition,
So from there to the house,
right,
mhm.
so it's gonna be minimal because you still gotta have a walkway in there.
well, it's gonna be about 6 feet by 8 feet, no, 6 feet by, what I measure, 6 feet by 14 feet.
The walkway.
No, the amount of
What
driveway.
you wanna take out.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And is your walkway gonna be pavers or concrete?
well, currently it's concrete,
Mhm.
it's gonna stay concrete until I can afford to put pavers in. But
You're
it'll
just
be,
gonna cut it out.
yeah,
So, which side are you gonna cut out?
this. Well, from here. Yeah. Right here. This area, right here.
Yeah, but you're gonna leave 6 foot of it,
I'm gonna leave
6 foot on that end, okay?
3 feet, 3 feet by.
Oh, 3 foot, like whatever,
Yeah.
on the south end of the
Yeah,
driveway, okay?
Yeah.
I'll redo the calculation.
Yeah, can you redo that? And then also Rocco, can you add the other side setback on your chart? There's only one in here.
Not a problem.
Okay. All right, so come back, work with Rocco, and then come back with new numbers as well as the letter from your neighbor that supports.
Sure, it's got it.
You got it, perfect, I'll take that. Is that your only copy or?
yeah, I can get mine. Make another one of them if you wanna.
All right, so we're good on this?
Do you wanna throw it to ECB before the stuff comes back or?
I don't think this needs to go to ECB. So
Sean,
since
you-
you're not doing anything by the water right now.
No, that's down the road.
And you're anticipating this being what the next, what's the ZBA agenda date?
October 18th.
18th.
Well, I've gotta find someone to do the work, so that's not gonna happen overnight. I suspect that we're looking at 6 months to 12 months down the road.
But that information from Rocco and you, as long as it was submitted to the town by Friday, right?
Yeah, Friday.
That would keep you on the agenda for the 18th for
Okay.
whatever the variance is, whether it's
So
one.
you want another tie and then I gotta revise the concrete, that's it.
Yeah, so revise the concrete, give us new coverage numbers and add that setback.
Right.
All right, now I need to step out for the next meeting. or-
Okay, I'm not gonna be here what
I'll be
day?
here. I'll attend.
18th of October.
Yeah, and you can also, Rocco can come, but you can also zoom in from Florida.
Okay,
You don't have to.
You don't have to, but
You're
that's an
gonna-
option.
You're gonna kick me out for one?
Yes,
It's just one or two or?
there's two and then we'll bring you back in.
Once you get your steps.
Thank you.
I would say just get that updated plan submitted by Friday. With that information that Sean just mentioned, and that allows you to stay on that agenda. Don't miss Friday, because if you miss it. You're back in.
okay, well, I gotta rely on Rocco to do that,
You
right?
do, yeah.
Yep.
Good luck.
It's not a lot of changes, but
So
But he's not
Any-
hurrying.
am I way out of the ballpark here asking for this, or?
No,
No, I
We've seen
think-
much worse.
yeah, I think this, with what you're proposing to remove, to kind of counter that, I think that helps, having the letter from your neighbor, that helps, they're all good things. Obviously, we can't speak for the ZBA, but what we've seen, this seems pretty straightforward, but.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't speak for that.
We
but-
can only look at what your application is and make sure it's good in order to get it on the agenda.
So
That's
once,
our rule.
once you say it's okay, then it goes to another committee?
So yeah, then it will go to the zoning board of appeals and they are the ones that will grant you relief possibly from the code. So they are. a
Will they
quasi-
base that on your recommendation?
We're
or-
simply looking at your application to make sure all the check boxes are checked, and then we schedule it. The ZBA's role is to look at the application and go through their questions and comments to make sure it makes sense. It's not significant, has not negative impact on the environment, not negative impact on your neighbors, and if they deem it good, you move on past them, you get your permit and you're good to go.
Okay,
This is the ducks in the row
Yeah.
meeting kind of thing.
Yeah, this is us making
you're
sure
the
that
first duck.
you're the first ducks.
For the gatekeeper.
You're the gatekeepers.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Hold on.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you.
you
You
too.
too.
Treasure, this only goes to Chris Jensen. Just Chris Jensen.
Only ducks in a row.
Chris has already looked.
Yeah,
at
that
it.
sounds better.
So no,
That is better. I agree.
It's public hearing. is you-
There's
Yeah,
public
public hearing.
hearing. I think it's minor enough that the ECB doesn't need to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I would encourage him to do the whole thing at once if he's got a 6-month time frame, though. I mean, if he's planning on doing the lake frontage,
I think
why
he
send him
should,
back through the whole?
well,
the whole
As
yeah,
long as it doesn't kick him.
I think he should at least look up what his number is, because if it's over 1,000 square feet, then
Yeah.
pretty sure he doesn't want to go to a planning board.
I think the planning board's pretty nice personally.
We're on a roll lately.
Getting tougher.
But if he does, so if he does 2 projects like at different times and they both, I mean.
He's
it's-
technically, he would be.
tech-
under it.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
so that's better than doing the disturbance all at once.
Well, I don't know that it is or
well,
isn't,
I'm
but.
not sure.
I know, that's what I'm like, I mean, if he's gonna have people out there, I don't know.
So
Yeah.
what he has to do would be the same. The only difference is one looks at the whole picture. So
Yeah.
if he's only doing the garage in the driveway and it's under the threshold, one would consider that to be fairly minimal, right?
Yeah.
And then if he does the lakefront, that's fairly
It'd
minimal.
be a separate project.
It'd be a separate
So it
project.
wouldn't Be a combined.
It wouldn't be open at
Go
the
for it.
same time. The equipment would be the same time, but if you try to do it the same time,
I'm
well
not sure if he
then,
knows exactly what he wants to do in the back.
well, that's what
Yeah.
it sounded like. That's why I
Yeah.
said, well, I just wait on that, because you start talking retaining walls and structures,
Yeah.
just a lot of
Like I
other
said, at
things.
least he's not tearing it down.
Yeah,
Yes.
Make it
I
make
know,
sense.
and that's what I'm
That's
like,
actually.
I mean, but from my perspective, it could be an opportunity for like, a little bit of a trade-off. Okay, you're 2.5% over here, as long as you put in some nice riparian filtering here or build this up,
Right.
trade-off.
We thought,
One more question.
Sure.
Assuming this gets approved,
Mhm.
I have 1 year to finish the project or start the project or.
You have 1 year to pull a permit to
pull a
start the project.
So-
Once you pull the permit and it's, if say the permit's issued, you have six months.
to start.
to-
6 months to start.
to Start it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So basically got a year and a half. You get an approval at the 18th of the ZBA and you pull your permit sometime within that year, then you'll get 6 months after that to start the project.
Okay,
And it's starting is like substantially doing something substantial. Not just putting a sign in front of the house type of thing. Yeah.
thanks.
mhm.
Substantially doing something substantial.
So,
Is
well,
that- is that the definition?
I think it's a substantial work.
We tell
Substantial
people
work,
to
We need to
right?
teach Good ordinance about
I
that.
think we might need to.
I'm gonna say you're not
Substantial.
smart. What are they?
Substantial work.
do it?
I think.
We didn't give them the definition of what's.
No, all those parts go back like stuff.
Yeah.
No, that's- Chris, yeah, because the plans will be taken. That's it.
That's why we
And it
need.
doesn't go to the town.
Exactly.
It does
That's where
not.
we're the front of it, not the back.
All right,
Mr. Sloan.
Alone, I wanna pull up.
Want me to go grab
I'm
them?
gonna keep stealing your agenda. I'm sorry, Lance.
Consider substantial.
Yes, substantial. That's the, is this the Rissa Road?
This is
Yep.
Mercer.
Okay.
This is
10 acres and
66.
2 parcels.
Planning.
It's a pretty straightforward.
If I printed out the agenda, maybe I would be problematic, but sorry.
It's just a mystery.
It's every time.
Where do you want me?
You can
I
send
did
it.
print it out somewhere upstairs.
I have.
Head of the table,
Head of it.
head of the table.
You must be related to Peter Sloan. No?
I have no idea who that is. Sorry.
You look like. you're-
All right, where are we in Risser?
And he doesn't think candidate.
I let you look- Gotta find- Maybe smelling too.
Wow.
Probably are, so you just don't know.
I was gonna say that, you know, no, what do we got here?
We are,
Sorry.
Worcester Road. We are out in the scatters here. God's country.
Emerson.
Risser,
That's
you're
Risser
looking for
Road.
Risser.
Yep.
There's
Yeah.
Emerson. All right.
So you're. All members.
Risser, not Rose.
No, not Rocher.
Totally different places.
Totally different.
All right. So you have. Two lots and you're just one lot, making it two. lots.
Yes, I have a 10-acre parcel. And our daughter and her husband and 2 little girls want to move from Arizona to Canandaigua.
Who's them?
And they said, could we live next to you? So I said, that'd be fun to see those little girls running across the field and using the pool. So
Mhm.
that was the idea behind giving them a couple acres to build a house.
Shauna, is this gonna be in the County Road 28 sewer area? I know. Is it in that corner? It's just that corner where Emerson comes in.
Yeah,
Emerson's, yeah, up.
you have septic now,
Pardon?
septic.
Yeah, I have stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just wondering who would add a unit. but- Which we like adding units.
Are they putting sewer down Emerson?
Did you get a letter about, okay, then you.
No.
No, I think he's outside of it.
We're talking about putting sewer on County Road 28
Oh, good.
essentially, and the little piece of Emerson to 28 where the,
Oh, between Risser
yeah, that
and,
little triangle there.
yeah, right, right. So, yeah, I'm just down the road from that.
Yeah, it's grabbed.
That's too bad. That would have been nice.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering if you were in there, because
Yeah,
the more units in there, the cheaper it gets. So,
yeah.
So there's quite a few constraints on this lot. There's a stream, there's a wetland.
Yeah, there's a creek out back.
Yep. National wetland runs right through it.
Does the survey that was provided show some of these natural features?
It does.
Slope, no slope issues.
I don't see.
No one corner maybe,
see
yeah.
local- Yeah, I looked at
Yeah.
that.
Well, that's, so like where his dotted lines are, that's all woods. So the
Okay.
only real open area
Is it gonna be up?
is gonna be just a little north. Can I go point it out?
Yeah.
So like I said to Doug and Harmony, the only spot to build really is, it's open here. I mow this little piece here. This is all woods.
Is this?
And I'm
woods
gonna
here
keep-
still?
Pardon?
Is that woods right here? where
This
my-
is woods, this is woods, this is woods along the edge. That's all woods next to Garbinski. So, for example, where I am now, I can't see Garbinski's house.
But right by the road, is this what?
There's woods in the front, so you can't really see. You can see my driveway. So if you drive down Risser, that's all woods. He's got it kind of bluffed, I guess, and that's all woods.
So you could leave this drive. and
I'm
come
leaving
in-
that drive.
Come in this way.
Yeah, we're
Leave this
thinking
one.
of putting a driveway along here, coming back up to the house up here. And then, because that's kind of high ground right up there.
Right.
And then they'd have as the girl said, oh, Papa, we can put a tree fort and all this other stuff in their tree house. But no, that's all, the creek runs down through here and that's all woods. That's gonna stay woods. As far as I'm concerned.
So you got what? You got
What- not much
wetlands,
chance.
You got a wetland, you have a stream, you've got. some
trees,
steep
are they
slopes.
hardwoods?
Yeah, is it hardwoods?
Yeah, most of them are hickory and oak,
Oh, nice.
Well,
not.
sounds like you're not gonna encroach in them anyway. With the new house, so that's good. Your septic system.
No,
will
I'm
be
not-
up front.
And he's an arborist and,
Oh,
Oh, great.
yeah,
We have a
and
tree team he can
I was
join.
gonna say, he's gonna do a good job when they move here, so,
Probably doesn't
We
have
have
enough trees.
volunteer positions.
Yeah, good.
Scroll to the bigger lot. It's down below. So that's your house.
Yeah.
Okay,
here
do
you
you-
That's
are.
my house
do you show your septic system?
right here
Okay, it's shown. Okay, you on public water?
and public water, right?
Okay,
Town of Farmington.
good. So
And
the new house will be septic and public water. Okay.
Right, it'd be up there,
Your
Yep.
shed is set back far enough from the
Yeah.
line, that's good.
right.
Yeah, just making sure the NRI features are shown and preserved.
Natural resource inventory.
Yeah, that's our national resource, natural, not national,
Natural.
natural. Where we, you call out basically everything that Carnell has done.
Yeah, the idea is not to cut any trees anywhere around here.
That's great.
How's your
Great.
site distance up and down, Versa? As far as traffic, when you come out your driveway?
When I come out the driveway,
Yeah.
yeah, you can
And
see,
the new driveway or the existing driveway that you have for the above, that's good too?
this
That's
one
like-
here.
Yep.
Yeah, I park my truck down there all the time and
Okay.
I come in and out of that one.
Okay.
So
we-
you've got,
Actually, I had better sight lines before they moved my mailbox, but.
so you've got two driveways right now. You wouldn't be
Yep.
doing a shared driveway. Okay.
No, there's two driveways and that would be theirs.
Okay.
Great.
Secret, so for subdivision, it's pretty cut and dry. I guess if and when they come back for the site plan for the house. That would be a site plan.
Yeah, so once the subdivision is approved and your family decides they're, ready to move ahead with plans, a site plan would be required, which is would be the similar process coming here, but then going to the planning board again for approval of the design
On the new lot.
on the lot.
Okay, so then they need like plans for their
Yeah.
house.
Yep,
So-
Future, in the future, yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah,
Let's get it subdivided first and then
right.
right.
get it recorded and then you got a lot of record and then you, if and when you want to build on it. It's your prerogative.
Yeah, we can help. you
Kids'
do that.
prerogative.
Okay, so
Okay.
the site plan doesn't have to be specific, like 3 bedrooms, this.
Oh, no,
that,
not
or-
at this point.
No, the site plan, it will be specific in size, placement,
Right,
that kind
Oh,
of thing.
location, yeah,
okay.
septic
location,
system,
drainage,
driveway.
Tree removal.
right.
basically
No
everything.
tree.
That
Right.
sounds great.
That's one of my conditions that they build there.
So
No tree. removal.
we love that.
We like that very much.
Yeah. No, and he doesn't want to either, if they want it.
That's a nice, this is nice.
There is.
Yeah, it's a nice location.
Yeah, I have my own, it feels like a natural park out there. I mean, I've got a lot of deer kind of running through and amazing Cooper's hawk. A lot of bird life. Well, Cooper's hawks are diminishing now.
Okay, so we're, I guess, seeker unlisted, right?
Unlisted,
Subdivision, so that kicks us into October 2nd meeting.
October 25th. Planning board
Okay.
needs a public hearing for a subdivision.
Yep.
No need for ECB till the house is done.
You want it?
No.
No?
You wanna wait?
Yeah, don't bother yet.
So who else?
Should it go to sewer water? Robin McDonald. The water connection. How do we wanna-
It's only subdivision at this point. I think.
No.
we're good.
You get any of the infrastructure?
And our referral list should be updated. Dave Conti now. He's the superintendent for Farmington. Though I think Robin still helps, but I think technically it's.
Does it go to the county?
County, that's-
That's one of their reasons for moving. They said, they were very concerned about water. And they were very concerned about schools. So the little girls
town
just started.
It
school.
is.
Yeah, right.
They moved and they're renting.
You don't see all of
They don't, and we're not.
The kids seem to like it. I have 2 days classes.
It's just an
Yeah.
the
Yeah, it's really. it's good.
Okay. You're good.
I'm gonna assume this is.
Yeah.
County. I
They're,
Well, it's in, I think it's in our green, right?
This is, I
Yeah.
think as far as the ag preservation.
Oh, the county district, you said, I'm sorry, I missed that.
No,
Not
I did,
today.
I did math.
We might need to show that later.
Overlay. No, there's no sewers, so, and that one, okay.
In 90.
Yep.
Go to Thailand and then I came back. and
Okay.
taught for just a year or two in the early-
Subdivision?
and then I went back out.
We can handle it.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Well,
everything's on there, it needs to be. It's a matter of whether or not, if he isn't a county district, then he would need his ag data statement, right?
I'll verify.
And it looks like the natural features around there, so we don't have to worry about it. And the driveway was shown, so the setbacks are provided. So I think we're good from technically from what we would need.
And then I went to Cairo.
Everything on fire.
Just in your CLD, Sean, just state that the NRI features are shown and they've been verified and something to that effect, you know, what I'm saying.
This is a great spot. Enjoy it.
That's up to you with the fire, Sean. I don't know that either way.
I don't think fire yet.
Not at this point.
Yeah, good luck to figuring out.
All right. Then just Chris, and then we'll verify ag,
Yeah,
and that's it.
verify, and then the NRI features are.
So it'll be on October 25th, Mr. Sloan.
Okay, October
Okay.
25th, I
Yep.
got it marked.
Yeah.
Okay.
and we will send you notification, we'll send you the link, and you can come that way or you can come in person.
Yeah, I don't mind. So I need to come up with a site plan, not for that
No.
meeting though? Not for that.
No,
meeting.
not for
We're
that.
good After that, yep,
In the future, once, everything is approved and the lot is established, as Chuck was saying, then
then we move on. to that.
yes, absolutely. That's a fun one.
Good. And
He doesn't
then-
need anything else at this point, though, right?
No, you were absolutely good.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to
If
get.
they're
my ducks in a
anxious to
row.
get in.
I was just gonna, yeah.
They are, I mean, they,
I would start thinking about the
Yeah,
site
start
plan, who
thinking
your
about it.
architect's gonna be, who your builder's gonna be.
okay, so,
So start thinking about that.
Procedurally, you're allowed to go begin the site plan process, but in order for the town to review it, gotta come back through this process.
okay,
So being that we don't have that application yet, the only one that we can process is the sub. But
Right.
if you're anxious, if they're anxious to get moving, as Chuck mentioned, yeah, get that application in
so
and we
get-
can begin doing that.
I mean, theoretically, the next meeting, you could come in with a site plan after the subdivision.
okay, what application is that? Is that,
I'll have
was
to
that
get that.
part of the whole thing that I filled out already? or-
No,
No.
no.
Oh, this is different,
It's a site. And it's very specific, it's very detailed.
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Great, thanks.
You're
When can I stop by?
You can grab it on your way out
Okay.
upstairs. It's literally, we're in the development office where you came before. It's
Sure.
on the back wall,
Okay,
just a site plan application. Take that and look it over and then reach out to me, we can talk.
okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Good luck with your kid.
Thanks, yeah, no, they're excited, they're happy to be moving here.
Welcome
Where
back.
they live now?
Arizona, they just sold the house in Mesa.
Coming here to cool off.
He was saying for water too.
For water, they're concerned about water, I mean. And the heat and the schools.
Oh, it gets a little bit of snow, that's all.
Yeah,
That's all we
yeah,
get
well, the little ones are really excited about it,
Good.
so.
It's great. Or not a park for sledding.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I
Killer
was
cut.
gonna take them up to the jump off.
Well, don't sled at the jump.
Don't.
It's called the jump off for a reason.
So there is sledding up
I
there.
used to cross country. ski
The
up
county
there.
park, yes. Yeah, not at the jump off park.
Thank you very much.
Would you tell the Harringtons, is it the Harringtons next?
The Harringtons are next.
When you go out to Harringtons, have them come in, thank you. Save.
Thank you.
There we got one.
They are moving.
We're in this week.
Front end porch shed.
Oh,
Horse stall,
Yeah.
Horse stall? So it's open?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a-
From the neighbors
Why not?
giving it to them,
Oh.
but it's
To
gonna be in the
move.
front of the house, which is okay if it's ag, but it needs.
Good
to
morning.
be
How are
Okay.
Good, here. See, thank you. Of you. All right, right to head of the table.
welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
All right.
You still want to take care of horses.
Oh, yeah, they're my pastime.
Babies.
I love that.
How many do you have?
It's two. We had three. We put one down a couple weeks ago.
Time to get a new pony.
I know. I like having two is more manageable.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
this is ZBA.
Yep, okay, this is McIntyre Road. So you wanna move, the neighbors are giving you the shed,
Yep,
correct? And
yep.
you just wanna move it from
Yeah, it's
there
over on
on-
that side.
Yeah, over. to-
Yeah. Yes,
Okay. And it's ag, it's for your horses. Okay,
yes.
so the fact that it's in front of your house is fine, since it's gonna be ag. The setback that you need is because it is going to house animals, you need to be 100 feet from the property line. and you're
100?
not. Yeah,
Oh, I thought it was 20.
well, because the two flipped, so because it's housing animals, that's why. So you need a variance for setback, not,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
So how do
What
we
does
do
that
that?
mean?
you're in the right place. So
Oh,
we're just
okay.
switching it
Oh, I
around.
see.
Yep, yep, yep. So you'll just need a setback for 80 feet from the side property line.
Okay,
I think it's a real. I don't wanna say a no-brainer, for the board. I don't wanna speak for the zoning board, but since it's ag, they are a little more lenient, I would say.
okay.
Yeah, do you have, can you get us something from your neighbors?
Sure,
Well,
saying
then
that they're
one
good?
neighbor was giving it to. us.
Right, the other neighbor.
sure, yep,
Okay.
yeah.
And then
She told
maybe,
me to do it, but I said, we don't.
No.
yeah, you do. Well, you don't need it. It's just better that
All
the
right,
board's
yeah.
gonna ask you. They always
Sure.
do. Your neighbors are good with.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
She loves
Yeah, that's
them.
fine.
Loves them.
Yep.
So does the application need to be updated then, Shauna, because of the
Um,
change? Is that what you're saying?
I'm gonna update.
You're
it.
gonna
Yeah,
tweak that thing.
yeah, yeah. Chris and I have talked about this.
Okay.
one.
So the only variance required is the
This is
80-foot variance for the setback. By chance, are you getting the barn from the people that you're set back 20 feet from?
No,
No,
it's the other
it's
side, it's the other side.
Okay,
Well, she.
she won't
100
mind.
from-
Okay, well, okay, if you can get a letter from her.
You're,
You have a fenced in area? where you-
Yes,
Yeah.
both sides of the driveway are fenced in.
Yeah, it says horse pasture.
On
Oh,
both
okay.
sides. Yeah,
Well, if it's 106 all the way across, then she needs a variance from both sides, so to speak.
yeah, I wanna make sure that. Yeah, cause it might be too close to both sides.
Yeah,
but
Well, she says it's
Well, that's
106,
106.
so it definitely is.
We'll
Unless it's-
measure it too.
the whole area that's in there is 100 feet wide
Yeah.
Okay.
between the driveway and the two pastures. And then it opens up into the wooded area.
Okay, so the distance then from the side over to this,
Yeah, it's only like
80 feet. maybe.
no, well, we gotta.
It
put
says
100
106 on the top there, so. Or 100.
No, it's 100.
it's 100.
It's 100 foot.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
it's
the
really
building's
wide.
30 feet
Okay.
long, and then there's so I can't read it from here, I don't have my glasses.
We'll have to look on
I
Encore.
can see. it.
No matter what, if it's the neighbor giving you it.
I
They're
know.
obviously they're okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
We'll figure out.
we can get letters from both sides. It's
yeah,
fine.
that would be fabulous.
Yes.
Yeah, we
That
can
would be-
make it easier. Yeah.
All right, so 2 setbacks, thanks for catching that. 2 setbacks, we'll measure it, internally too, to get a
Okay,
approximate, just because you have the hand-drawn sketch, which is fine too. For this. Could he be any longer?
No, I.
Guess who's out there?
He's very nice.
Oh, he's so nice.
it's very close.
He is. Yeah, we work. with him.
Yeah, he said that.
Yeah, oh,
He said, I'm in here all the time.
Yeah. he- yeah.
Yeah.
I think he has 5.
Yes.
He did our, when we were built, when we did our house.
Surprised he didn't give you his card. If you need an engine survey.
No.
No, this is just DBA, so I guess we're looking at the 18th of October.
Stand out there for the PRC.
Do you want us to get the letters before the 18th?
Please,
Okay.
if you could please get those letters this week.
Sure,
that
I'll
would be
do it.
great.
Yeah.
They can email me, or you can drop them off.
No. He can.
That's all we need, it's just a letter.
Letter and a public hearing,
Public hearing for the-
just like the first one.
It's the eighteenth, right? On 18th.
18th, October 18th.
Sounds good.
I don't think ECB needs to see it because there's no soil disturbance, so. It's just,
Excuse me?
there's no soil disturbance, right?
no.
Yeah, so ECB is good too.
Yeah, you said this on grade.
Yes.
This is Chris Jensen, that's it.
Yes. Great, that's it.
Okay,
Thank
thank you,
you.
guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks for
Have a good
coming in.
day.
Good luck.
Yeah, you can tell, right, Rocco? Rocco can come in.
You could send Rock.
All right, thanks. Only if he's done talking on the phone.
So what's this one under?
So this one, no, owners of Chester.
McIntyre, that's near me. I'll be.
This is not Chester.
Yeah, no, it's all.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It doesn't have an address.
That's
it just
always-
says President. No, I don't- I just- that's what I'm saying.
It's nice.
But you got two numbers, so.
Yeah, it's like, like your way out.
Are you ready for my lovely face?
We're ready. We are ready.
Next time I'll sit.
We'll have our blindfold.
They said you were very nice to them.
Well, that's good to hear.
I said the same thing about you, Rocco.
Saved all the nasties for me. Shauna always smiles.
I do.
You're surprised you weren't.
And she looks at me and she says, email me. She doesn't like when I call her.
All right.
Which one are we starting?
Shauna, this, just a couple years older than my daughter.
Yeah.
Where
Have you ever met her?
No,
Next time she comes into town, we gotta have lunch. with her.
that would be great.
Oh, no, don't show me this.
Where is this on Middle Chester?
This is on Middle Chester Road, just south of Kramer.
Okay.
You know where that house sits way up on the hill there?
Mhm.
That's that house and it has frontage on Kramer. Actually,
Yes, I know where you are.
there's frontage on Kramer for one house.
It's a big
It
old.
was all one piece at one
Yeah,
time
yeah,
and
yeah.
then the woman subdivided it.
Mhm. I know.
So what we're trying to do right now, folks, is you see that little parcel over just inside the
This
L there?
one, right?
Yeah,
This little guy, yeah.
we want to take that parcel and connect it to everything on the northwest of there, to the left and above it. And because there's a number of buildings on this property, we ran into an issue with the square footage of allowable buildings on this parcel.
Mhm.
So what we're asking for is a variance. We ended up combining it all. So that little piece connects to the middle piece and the middle piece connects to the other piece in the northwest. Making one big parcel, but we're still over the allotted square footage, isn't that correct?
Yes, so hold on. Yeah, you're over accessory structure.
Correct.
Okay, so this little lot is combining with. So this will be one, this one.
That's the
right?
existing one we're taking away
You're taking this
from that
from here.
Yeah.
This is going,
to all of
Here.
that, yeah,
or is this becoming one?
yes, yes.
Okay, all right, so this. So it's just two lots.
So what is shown as 1, 2, 3 lots,
It's gonna be one.
right, it will become one
One,
lot, and then that, what's remaining of the one.
Rectangular on the bottom.
this,
Yeah,
this is
now we're-
one, that's,
So at the end of the
And
day.
it's
you're just
currently
two.
all one.
no.
No,
It's currently what's shown there.
so currently it's three.
It's
It's the one up
currently-
on the left, upper left, the middle one.
That,
Middle one.
No,
Oh, and that,
no,
that
that's-
funky
that-
piece attached to the truck.
That's part of the one on.
this,
And
this.
that, okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Okay.
Yep,
And you're
those are
cutting
the
that
three.
to go the other
And we're
way.
gonna go down to 2.
Got it.
Okay, so accessory structures are over by, we figured, I don't even know how many square feet.
Looks to
This
be
is
1,949 square feet over the 3,000.
Yes.
Are any of them used for strictly ag?
He's not a farmer, so,
Okay.
I mean, he doesn't live on the property, it's a second home, so for him to. Have to
He can't
have him
get
with ag,
ag,
how's he gonna take care of it?
If it was ag, that they would be exempt, but.
I know, but it's not.
Okay.
And we don't wanna play games with that, but
Is he Shattoff or is he Callahan? Or There's two names on the application.
What is it?
There's
There's
Brett
Emma,
Berliner and Emma Shattuck.
That's the one house that it's coming from. So-
Okay.
So they both have to sign.
And John and Michelle Callahan.
Yeah.
of Riverhead, New York.
They're the ones,
They own.
like, they're the ones buying it.
Oh, so they're selling,
Buying
it.
it,
They want
okay.
to sell.
Ah,
Can I ask one more question?
yeah,
one more.
So they actually do own a piece to the south.
oh, I see that. John and Michelle.
Would that help
Callahan.
us somehow? Or no?
They got
No, because you're
they
already
merged the
at,
lots.
it doesn't matter. The threshold.
Okay.
You're already over,
I just asked.
yeah.
On which lot will they be over the area variance for accessory?
The big one.
The big
big
one,
The big one that we buy.
Okay.
because they'll have 1, 2, 3, 4.
And the Callahans are buying the small one?
The Callahan's own. Two, the middle one and the upper one, but they're buying the smaller one. They're buying the smaller one with two buildings on it, which that's what kicks us over the threshold.
It does, and then the setbacks are off
Uh,
that one barn. Actually,
okay.
well. They have any animals in them?
Hmm?
The barns have any animals?
No, I talked about that. No, I
Cats.
won't.
I'm just asking.
Mice.
Cats and mice.
You're farming mice.
It might be mice, yeah.
So the one barn is too close to the property line.
So we need a setback for the one barn and then we need. You know, the amount of.
Accessory.
Allowable square footage for
Yeah.
buildings, I know. Entire parcel. Those are the two variances we're asking for.
Yep.
Shauna,
Yes.
if you don't move that cookies or whatever they are, they're gonna fall on the floor.
Oh, that's a good point.
Thanks.
So all you gotta do is give a touch to that book, that case and.
Is that it? Would you like-
You want some?
No, I just didn't want to see them go all over the floor.
All right. So it'll be the setback for the barn, the side setback for the barn.
And the square footage of all the parts, all accessory structures.
Do you know what the acreage is on the two new lots?
What's that?
Do you know what the acreage will be on the two new lots?
It says it on there, I just can't.
Oh.
35 for one. and
Thank you, John.
6.4
Yes, you're
for the
correct.
other.
Just type 2 for the variances. I was trying to think of some-
Okay, got it. Side setback for the barn and then the accessory structures, two variances.
Yes.
Which one are you looking for?
Just looking. I feel like sometimes what seems to be easy turns out to be more complicated.
Right, like
I'm
the-
just trying to think of what are we
something.
not, are we not
Not.
thinking of that? I don't wanna. I think we're good.
October 18th, the ZBA.
October 18th.
Okay, it's starting to fill up.
What's the date?
October
18th.
18th. Tuesday, third Tuesday in October.
So the driveway's good, that's gonna stay where it is. Right,
Well, nothing physically is
nothing
changing.
is changing.
We're not moving anything. They're not building
We're just
anything.
moving the property line, that's all we're doing.
Is it only one residential property on what will become the biggest lot?
Yes,
It's only one, right?
that building in the middle is the house.
Right.
House.
The rest of them are just accessory buildings, hence the need for the variance, just making sure that we don't have a need for an easement of any kind.
That's
We
what I
don't.
was just wondering,
And
yeah.
it's one,
It's good.
one property owner, one resident, one driveway.
Does the lot line have to occur before the variance, or the variance have to?
No, we can't do the lot line
Until you get the variance.
Yeah.
Because if we bring the buildings over with the lot line adjustment, we're in
You're in
violation.
violation. So you need the variance to do the lot line.
Okay, that's correct.
Okay,
They just don't go to planning board, right?
not as all line,
Don't believe so.
No, well,
Okay.
just moving lines
yeah.
with the same owner.
Go to the next one. What do you want to do next?
All right,
Foster Road?
I just wanna. say
Chris, just Chris? Chris Jensen?
Yeah.
You go, not the county, man.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
You said 18, right?
October 18th.
All right, how, we have to watch that, because we can only have 4.
Oh.
4 variances,
You got the fourth one coming up.
yeah.
Liberty Restaurants.
Yeah, we got.
Okay, Foster Road, God's country.
Why do you say
Not
that?
that you're biased or anything like that.
But
Say
she
that
lives
as an
there.
That could be my neighbor.
I didn't know you were on Foster. Where?
5078 down, you know where Scott Billy lives?
Yeah.
Right across the street.
You're on the south side.
North side.
North side.
All right, where are you at?
You're trying to keep the retreat house.
Yeah, there was an article in the
Yeah.
DNC yesterday. I hope they do. They have a committee.
Beautiful view.
I wonder what will happen to that property.
It's one of the nicest pieces.
Well, the good news is it's not financially is not the problem. It's they just can't
They
staff
don't
it.
use it.
They can't staff it. They have no priests to
Nobody
work
wants
there.
to come there anymore for retreats and.
Well, I guess people may want to come, but they have nobody to help service the,
Is
the
it
clients.
money or is it because they just can't find
They
people?
can't find people. Priests are,
Shorts.
it's not a going thing.
All right.
If they made it more
Ruby
ecumenical.
Foster.
Yeah, it's Foster Road,
Which number is
Okay,
that?
what are you doing up the street?
74074.
So you own all three of those lots now?
I don't. My son,
Anthony,
Gerber.
Anthony has got two partners.
okay,
They
and
own the whole property.
this is one of the lots,
This is one of lots
Out
that
on the front.
subdivided off last year.
okay, to the west or the east?
To the west.
Okay,
And this is on the south side or the north side of the road?
North.
North side.
so on the north side of the road. It's where the shed is. The barn, excuse me, it's a barn. The barn's coming down
They're
eventually.
working on it. They're trying to figure out what to do. We want to move it.
Is it
over.
empty now?
Yeah, we want to move it over to my property on the airport there.
Oh,
And they'll rent some of it.
what kind of shape's in it?
No,
Okay.
I think the metal won't come off that easily and they'll have to scrap that, but I think the trusses in the frame, yeah.
Good.
That'll be a fun move.
Yeah, I want to be a part of that.
We need a police escort.
Yeah,
for that one.
drive it up to Middle Cheshire, not down.
Yeah.
That'd be-
Westlake,
that'd be
can you
Westlake Road.
imagine? And that turn from Westlake on to Foster, that would be really fun.
You need a policeman to stop
Yeah.
traffic.
Why don't we have a plan for that something?
Should be a site plan
Yeah.
with, is it a Gerber site plan or your site plan?
Isn't that
Right
right
there,
there?
that's
That's
it.
Checklist.
Like a checklist to me.
I've got it in, I have a paper. Copy. Right, all we have to use the paper copy. So add that, we don't have the electronic.
What do you need? A digital copy of the plan? Yeah. Move it over here. The room.
Put it on top of them, food.
We're here till I can see it, and I kind of remember, but Anthony did it.
This is the. Green. Oh, that is the.
That's just detailed. So what we want to do is build this here, we're gonna leave the driveway come in fairly flat. We got the house elevated here with some contours around it, water's coming off of the water line right here, and sewer's going underneath the road somewhere. Yeah.
Public water, public sewer, driveway access.
This has to be a pump because we're below the road.
Yep.
We have to pump it in just sanitary.
A lot of trees there.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of removal, but we're just gonna remove this site here, so
Is that stream back in?
At Tishner, yeah.
there's a huge gully back.
Yeah.
Way back. That's back behind the other lot.
All the water eventually gets there though.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, that's why, this is where you wanted to do the conservation subdivision, maybe, right?
They changed their mind on that. It's gonna be they're working on it now, but it's not gonna be a conservation. It's gonna be standards, 7 lots on top of these two.
Okay. You're with 20,000 square foot of disturbance,
There's
Okay.
under 20, there's under 20.
under 20, looks
You
like a
got the
pretty
number?
small lot.
There's
It needs the 30,000 square foot lot.
Yeah, so unless he's.
25,000.
Is what it's called out, okay, so then we have to do the stormwater. And then we have to know,
We have to do what?
so anytime you're within, you disturb more than 20,000 square feet of disturbance. Within a distance from the lake, you would be required to do water quality like you guys do on lakefront
Well, what if,
properties.
what if I just move this? I can move this back. I can get it under 20,000.
It'd be a
I'll do
rain
that.
garden or
I'll do
something.
that.
Okay. You're called Rocco. I'm pretty sure this area would still require, I think it's.
We don't need to disturb this, and we don't need this corner and this corner. So
All right, so this is wooded now, yes.
it's kind of like scrubby stuff. It's nothing, it's not a forest, but
Mhm.
it is vegetated for sure.
It's heavy, yeah, it's thick, whatever it is.
It's thick, yeah. We're gonna get in there the next couple of weeks with a forest head on a bobcat and clean some of it up.
Just be careful of any trees, what,
We will.
over
We will.
6 inches?
We can't take down anything more.
Yeah.
3 inches is a max. We're gonna be
It's like a
doing.
brush hog. Okay.
So what's the plan then? Clear it all?
I'm sorry.
Just the house, like, so people can see where they're gonna fit.
Property and not clean, see what triggers.
We're gonna pull them in a little bit.
Oh, you're gonna pull that in.
Yeah, but but. You guys are gonna wanna see what's happening with this tree line. Obviously, that's gonna be gone, but I need landscaping proposed. You probably don't know yet.
I mean, by the time we get done clearing, it's not gonna be an entire clear, so there's gonna be a lot left over, and then the people will kind of figure it out from there.
Is the lot sold?
Gerber owns it.
Oh, okay.
So Gerber's actually is the.
So I think it'd help to have a
But
elevation.
they do have a.
If they have a person of interest to buy it.
Oh,
they
we do
could-
have a plan, elevation plan.
Oh, you have a elevation plan of the house?
We also need that digitally. We'll add that to our.
Just so you folks know, they haven't decided yet, but this is the house they're leaning to.
Oh,
So it might not be this house, but it's gonna be very similar if it is at this house.
Okay. It's something to do with the landscaping you're talking, like factors into the board's consideration as far as the landscaping, knowing full well that the people can come in and tear it all out.
weird.
Some people do. Great living architecture. Okay, so this is a site plan. Plans on unlisted.
So
So you
you
got
guys,
type two.
residential unlisted, or no, I'm sorry, type 2.
Type two,
Can we go for the 25th on this?
no, you're be lucky if you get the 11th of October.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow, nice.
Easy.
Can we, should we look at it on Encore to see the NRI items? Don't know that we should or shouldn't, I just know there's a lot in this area.
Let's go to the ECB, but when is the ECB?
The first, I think.
What?
It's the first, I think. next month.
The first?
It's really
Oh,
early.
so it'll be,
October, what do you meet on the first Thursday?
Yeah, I think it's,
6th.
is it the sixth?
Yeah.
It's really early whenever it is. I thought this.
why are you letting us go to the 11th?
I'm not sure if I am. Now to think
I'm
about
gonna
it.
deal with it.
No, we can't do that.
No, it's a new application. I'm sorry, we violate our own policy.
Let my next project on Brickyard go to.
So we'll give you the 25th.
I don't, you would think you could just,
I love it, but it's.
Type 2, 25th. Who's it going to? ECB?
Is that to go to the county?
Then I don't
I don't
think
even
it's-
know what this whole deck thing says. Killing it, but there it is.
Fletcher.
And there's that one.
Water, sewer, whoever the sewer
Sorry,
authority.
I need to
Address
Getting
again.
this in the property.
You're further south.
Yeah, let me move.
Sewer district.
Down here. There's that stream.
Would you see that new spa they're building?
What spa?
The new spa that's under construction
Where?
on Wakefield Road, or on Middle Chester. Just south of Morel.
Oh, Jeremy Fields.
Yeah, he's building a spa. They're gonna pour footers next week.
He is not building, he has no site plan approval for anything.
What?
He's not building. a
He just
spa.
built 2 miles of road and he's got a major pond in there and you guys haven't even looked at it yet. How does he get away with that? Huh?
It's ag.
It's not ag, a spa is not ag, trust me.
Is it gonna be called Everwild?
It's gonna be called, never should have.
Never wild.
Yeah.
Where the buffalo are gonna roam.
I thought the buffalo-
Yeah, the bike-
Where the buffalo are roaming.
You know, the buffalo, what he did in the buffalo, nailed by Bristol Harbor because it was part of the PUD, and you can't have animals inside the PUD. So then he bought 20 acres next to him, and he moved him in there. So now he's outside.
Oh, you used to have them up on Middle Chip.
He was gonna move him on Middle Chester.
Oh.
I thought he did have them.
I thought he
Somebody
had
said
them
they
there.
saw 'em.
Oh.
The, what, okay, yeah.
So he's got him on Hicks Road.
Somebody on St. John said they saw her breast saw 'em in their backyard.
So he not only got bicycle.
Street
Wagoos,
for-
wagoos, have you
Yeah,
heard
it's
of
a
it?
slow-
The gray, the gray.
No wetland.
It's been $300 a hammer.
Oh, okay.
What map are you looking at?
So we're just looking at the Encore.
But what is that?
That's steep slope. You're outside.
So we're not,
Yeah.
Look at that, it's like you exactly cutting the steep slope. That's
what's the
impressive.
blue, medium, minimum?
It's little to no slope.
Okay,
And then
So we're good.
gentle
Yellow
slope
is
is yellow.
very, very basic. Very gentle.
so do we need to do anything in this map except look at, see if we can get below 20,000?
Right, so.
If we can, we have to have a rain garden.
Exactly.
Can we kick the can down the road and just drain it on to what, because we got a subdivision coming?
Unfortunately, no. This lot would have to deal with
I understand.
whatever that is, you know.
So the
But
worst,
it's pretty
worst thing we have
minimal.
to put a rain garden
Sure.
in. Those things are expensive,
I know,
15 grand.
and they probably won't last very long.
And that's when you're gonna mow it
Fill 'em in.
down.
Everybody fills them in, everybody. I
That-
never seen anybody who didn't fill it in.
Oh, it looks like it, yeah, they always get mowed over.
You have all the referrals, John?
Chris Jensen, ECB, James Fletcher, and Canandaigua Sewer District. Is it sewers?
Fire. You'll
Chester
send it to-
Fire,
Cheshire Fire,
ACB,
Canandaigua Lake County Sewer District. And then Jim for water. And road,
and MRB. Yes,
sure.
This,
Sure one.
that doesn't matter anyway. It's not in the SVO, is it?
I don't think so. I was just-
Yeah, I think-
Well, that's what I wasn't sure.
It's right behind you. Well, the lots are already created, so it's too late on that.
But do we need a note added to the plans, just saying?
Well, if it is.
That way.
And it doesn't affect the site plan much.
No.
It's in the 2 mile radius thing. So,
even if it, well, if it is, the way it's cited needs to be. Be aware, but I don't think it's not in the visible forgettable list, so
It's not, okay.
No note needed.
it's just in
Gives
the
us a little
2
more
mile radius.
ammunition when we're talking.
There you go.
did
Oh,
we
they
say
have
the
a vote for that.
25th?
Yes.
25th.
Okay.
Type 2.
25th, type 2, by Friday,
Under-
you're gonna
under
make a
20,
decision
you're
on
gonna
whether
get
or
it
not
down to under 20.
reduce it or not. If
If
not,
we don't get it under, we gotta do
then between now and the meeting, just,
it between now and the meeting.
Yeah.
Not Friday.
yeah, I don't, I mean,
If I can't get it under, I'm not gonna revise the drawing, I'm just gonna.
yeah, it will be, I
I
mean,
just can't get Aaron to do it.
I'm not gonna speak for the board, but it would be a comment that Emma said, oh, you need to put a rain garden in and.
Okay.
It'd be nice to have that
And if
location
you
roughed
do go
out.
out and do grubbing and you find 6-inch caliber or greater trees. That's the kind of question the planning board's gonna ask you.
Yeah.
So since you're doing that investigation,
Well, I'll look
it'd
at
be
it.
good to have that information.
Yeah, ECB also enjoys tree maps of any decent sized trees.
Well, even if there's 6-inch trees, we gotta cut them down, because we gotta build a house. Right?
If it's within the footprint of the house, yeah, yeah.
In a drive and.
But I mean, as far as no clear cutting, no, just
No, we
going
don't
in and
intend to do that.
leveling the lot. No,
No, we don't intend to do that.
okay.
And my wife's son,
I know she is.
she's been on it a long time.
It's longer than
She
I,
was on it. He took my.
All right.
Started.
yeah.
What's happening out in Brickyard?
I'm
So
sorry,
we applied for this back in
this is October 25th.
1931,
Wow.
and Shauna's been
Impressive.
putting us off. She hasn't like,
Brickyard with.
I did the
But she
plan.
offered you
dirt road.
plans, though, I mean.
I know, no, she didn't. So set the
I
record.
did not
straight.
bring those.
She was
Shut that.
pushing them closer to you.
I saved them up.
It's on the planning board agenda, and then next thing you know,
It's gone.
Anthony or Rocco puts it all through.
No, I didn't.
No,
make
I
it.
think we got two that
No.
were headed in.
Yeah,
Her and Chris didn't like my.
What number is it?
That is,
46 and
46.
47.
46 and 47.
Chris and Shauna didn't like my site plan. They wouldn't let it go forward. and
well, it
I
was,
had to
it
hire.
was not a good site
It
plan.
was amateur, because I'm an amateur. I'm a professional surveyor, but an amateur engineer.
It was a surveyor.
You had this stuff out.
Thank you.
The lot, so-
So you got that from Chris.
It's okay. about-
Well, I'm gonna,
Whatever, whatever.
we needed more details. We knew that.
So you got it.
I don't know. We'll look at it now. and see.
Well, Aaron usually,
Aaron did it,
Aaron
so-
usually.
So what was missed, sorry? And what have
I know, I think-
have they?
There was a
provided?
big discussion about water quality and quantity.
Yeah,
And I thought we could use the pond and then Lance jumped in and shot it down.
I talked to the powers to be.
Are you putting buffalo on the property?
Pardon me?
Sorry?
Here's what was needed before.
Yeah, okay. I think,
I sent it to you.
yeah, I think I'm pretty sure that
Yeah,
just in general.
Yeah, there was 10 things needed.
is this from the last time
From the last time.
from PRC?
Yeah.
I think we wanted a little bit more information to match the checklist, and then drainage was a topic, and Rocco did identify that there is a regional facility over there. We looked into that regional facility. It predates a lot of things that have gone on. It was a Hecker project, and there was just no real way for us to validate that it was to be used for anything other than whatever it was used back when Hecker needed
So
it.
what's proposed is no different than what we saw before in terms of the two storage buildings on the one and the one storage building on the other, is that right?
That's
Okay.
100% correct.
So it's just a matter of stormwater for the.
It would have
most part?
been, it would have been in July or August.
all right, we don't have,
It would have been emailed to you.
yeah, well, it wasn't, or
Those aren't.
this is the beauty of paper, is everything in the paper plan. We're gonna need the electronic copy.
Yeah, clarify the stormwater plan. At Brickyard and Everett Road.
When we clarified that.
And you did,
It
yeah.
cannot be used for water quality.
Oh, other. The second
They'll
page.
have to do it on their own site.
There's ducks in that plan.
Is there?
Yeah.
So we're coming off here. With a road that might extend down years from now further, but for now, it's gonna come in here. And go to this building, go to this building. The stormwater quantity and quality is in here.
Okay.
Still piles there, limits of disruption, so. And then we got additional land here to maybe put two more later on.
So this is all the one lot.
This is lot one.
It's got a easement out front, right?
Pardon me?
Light gray is the building. So
There's Quonset.
Got the stormwater easement out front for that big pipe.
There's a big pipe out front.
We talk about some sort of easement there.
Yeah, didn't we talk, isn't there, with the subdivision, there's an easement for the.
We
30-foot
trail.
easement to tie.
we
It's
allow,
there,
we
yeah,
allow,
that ran with the,
Yeah, I mean,
Five
not sure
lots.
which side,
we put that in place because this pipe was on our land.
and we
It's pretty
weren't,
much what you asked for.
Is that, this isn't, what's his name, the pirate guy?
Pirates north of.
Okay.
Sorry, folks.
What's this?
What?
What is that? What is this landscape?
Just a landscaper. Hey, Jess. You there? Hello?
So we have this low area here, right, Rocco? And then it comes through, goes over to this side, or vice versa. No, it does go this way.
It ties in here.
Were they,
Oh, that's right.
John, they were type twos, both of them?
I'm just trying to figure out how that was leaving.
They were
This
both
is
on
all
the side.
I imagine they were sent out.
Chris Jensen,
Is
Fletcher.
there any
MRV.
overflows, Rocco? Is the
County
intention
sewer.
they're just gonna overflow onto this
Yes.
private site?
Was from July.
And then if we build another building, they'll. we'll
Right, you'll have
extend
the
that.
ability to tie in, right? Okay.
Guess we might have got
But right now,
responses.
they're sized just for this.
Yes.
I'm trying to see if it's to send it out again.
Yeah.
I think we should send it out again.
You think so? Okay.
I do.
Now, can I ask a question?
Mhm.
This is under, this is right around 30,000. What's the square footage of disturbance? Is it on there?
Yep, 32,350.
Do we have to do a switch for it?
So what happened is when we did the subdivision for these commercial lots, it was referenced that we believed that there was a chance for it to be a project of a larger common plan of development, that's one. Or potentially disturbing up to 1,000, 1 acre because they're large commercial lots. Being that you have a plan that's before us, that's less than 1,000 or the 1 acre threshold.
If you add them together, they're gonna be over an acre. But if you look at them separately, they're under an acre both. That's.
Where's the other one right here?
Mhm.
So I think, my opinion is, I most certainly can reach out to DC if we need to, but I believe that because the two are coming in and they're
So who's it
part
under?
of the subdivision.
under? I
that'll
want
have
on
to
the
be-
land. It'll be them,
Yeah, I mean, it'll have to be
a joint.
a joint one. We had one like, trying to think of the guy's name that just built on the Canandaigua Lake, Sweatman Properties in Farmington, same property. They had two commercial lots being built. One had some stormwater mitigation requirement. They end up just doing the joint stormwater one, and then it got transferred
Aaron's
over.
doing it. Aaron's prepared it, so
I mean, if this guy gets built before this guy gets built, because whatever happens,
that's what's gonna
then you would
happen.
have to transfer it over, but ultimately it would be one stormwater permit that governs both properties.
I don't wanna be around the permit. The minute I get this done, I'm selling them, so.
That's fine, as long as there's
I'll put
one
the two
owner,
owners, I'll put the
you
two
know, one
owners.
order covering both lots, so it should.
One owner or two owners together?
I don't know that it matters, I think you can do it however you want. Well,
I know this
ultimately-
guy ain't gonna be responsible
Right.
for this.
That's my thought, so it'd probably be one guy for both, and
Or
then
two?
transfer it over to him.
Or
when
two
they're
separate
done.
owners?
I don't think we can do two separate ones, but we can look into that.
Right.
Only because if we have two separate ones, I think it'll be one and then it gets transferred.
Okay.
I think that's the easiest.
Who will
way.
the stormwater management agreement be with?
Stormwater management agreement, both
No,
properties would submit their own agreement to the town. So lot one will have a stormwater management agreement that upon completion, that stormwater management agreement is signed, it's lot one, lot two would have one same.
So they each have to stand on.
Right. We would need that stormwater calc still, Rocco, we didn't provide. it
Aaron's
already,
got all that.
To have them sent out to us. So as we can.
Then we got lot one.
Yeah, two. Well, let's finish that one.
So lot one, we need a storm agreement,
We're
but
gonna
I have
October
that.
11th.
We need drainage calcs.
Well, if you send it back out to everybody,
We need SWIP.
11th might be pushing. It's up to you.
I would love October 11th. Helps me a tremendous amount.
Calcs. SWIP. Stormwater management agreement.
That's, I'm gonna leave that to Lance CPs. Is
Each lot-
11th
each lot.
enough time?
Each lot one. I'm sorry,
11th of October, enough time for you.
if we do, so I have no problems with whatever direction the town.
I'd like
Makes
to do the
sense.
11th.
But here's my only concern is if I don't have the calculations or the
You're gonna
SWIP,
get you the calculations today.
as long as I got them,
Are you sure?
as soon as I got them, I just,
Oh, yes.
I can't complete a review without it.
For this, right?
Yes,
Yeah, she
we're
would
gonna
have,
need a,
Yeah, but we don't have them, so that's.
I will get them to you today.
all I'm saying
Let
is
the
I,
minutes reflect.
for the answer that you're looking for, I have no problem. We'll get through as fast, but without the
Let me see if
calcs,
I can get her.
I just can't complete a review.
You mind? If I get her?
Go ahead.
I mean, from the board's perspective, I think we're familiar enough with it. We could move ahead, but if you need more time to review
Right,
it, or
that's up to you.
I just need the
Yeah.
calcs. But I can't complete, I mean, I can complete one, but it's just gonna say this, right?
no.
So, and
Right,
then I don't think we'd be moving forward, so as long as I had
Then we
those.
need a review letter from.
Do we have building renderings of what those buildings would look like?
we don't.
Pretty sure you're gonna want those.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Hey, how are you? Hey, I'm at the PRC meeting and Lance has got a question about calculations on the drainage here.
Hey, Aaron, how are you this morning? Not too bad. Sorry to bother you. So the two applications for lot 1 and lot 2 off of Brickyard Road. I know there's some talk about what agenda it would be placed on, and my only question was have calculations have been submitted as part of it, and that's when Rocco decided to call you to ask the question, I believe.
So we had put the calculations for the stormwater on the plan.
On the plan, okay.
Stormwater report would be like we were kind of incorporating that into like with the all like the SWIP stuff when they have to file that SWIP, like the
Sure.
detailed stuff. So I could submit that, but I didn't submit that. I put like the preliminary calculations
That's fine.
on the plan itself.
So as long as we have the calcs, I think that's good, and if you could submit that report whenever it makes sense for you to do it, I think that would be helpful.
Okay, yeah, I know that, like, I had done all the modeling and stuff, I just didn't like submit a full stormwater report, because I was thinking it would be part of the SWIP documentation.
Sure.
So I could submit that, but I hadn't like pulled all that together.
That's fine. I think from my standpoint, as long as I had it before the meeting, we can at least say we received it and work through the comments that way. I'm not overly concerned. I just need to have it when you get it. A chance to. Okay? Thank you so much. I'm gonna hand you back to you then.
Thanks, Aaron. Thanks, Aaron. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Is this good? Is that what you're looking for? Is that sufficient?
Yeah, she's got enough. There's calculations there. Yes.
Okay, yeah, all right. So we're good. So we're good to
But-
keep moving.
Yes, but just, she
And
needs
she's
to,
gonna do the stormwater and the SWIP before the
Right.
meeting.
yeah, so as long as I got them before the meeting,
Yeah.
I think we'd be okay. If I don't get them before the meeting,
Need 'em.
well, yeah,
3
I need
weeks
them
before
as
the
soon as
meeting.
possible.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, she made it sound like she just gotta put them together, but I mean. Give me a week to review, I can do it, but I mean,
We need time, we need digital plans.
I'll get 'em this week.
Right.
I'll get it.
here's what you want to have happen. You want everybody to get an issue letter that just says, yeah, we have some comments on stormwater, not a big deal. As every project, most likely it'd be processed, no issues. If I have to make the comment that I hadn't received that stuff yet, or there's something missing, there's a good
I
chance
just
the
don't want to
board,
miss the 11th.
Right,
I want to
there's
do
a good
whatever I
chan-
gotta do to make the 11th.
I would say, give me that information.
I will.
Thank you, Rocco.
But right now, according to today, you have what you need.
For the
You just need
application to
SWIP
move
stuff.
forward.
You just need
Yep.
the SWIP stuff.
Application to move forward, you have it.
Mhm. We'll do the same referrals for both.
You want to look at lot 2 or do you want to just move it
No.
forward? Okay.
We need elevations, so we.
You want elevations for all the buildings?
Digital plans.
Calculations are on the plans that get me the information I need to get going, but I need the
So we're on
SWIP and
for the 11th?
NOI and all that.
Around for the 11th? Is that
For now, as soon as the
Pending
calcs come in,
everything is received, yeah,
How about elevations? You need them by Friday, right?
I'll
we
get
need
it.
elevations. by
By Friday, Rocco. If you got color
I want
rendering,
the Quonset hut. I mean, come on, what?
or how about this? Chuck, you know,
I'm
you
trying
tell
to
me,
remember what the original application, they might have had the elevations with.
I know,
or
I-
something that you.
I think the
similar to
original
what you-
application had Patrick's, the Pirates.
The Pirates had nothing.
Okay, all right, let me look.
We
at it.
might have had the Quonset.
I'll have everything by Friday.
If you don't, pictures of what you're proposing, like something similar, something that gives us a color and a look that
Okay.
at least helps the board out with some of those
You want to
questions.
see this again?
What else do you think it needs?
Industrial. there's
Industrial, I
nothing
mean, it'd be
there.
nice to.
No, I mean,
You are seeing buffer.
it is a
Yeah.
straightforward application with everything's there.
Once it's Yeah, once it's complete.
Okay.
So I
Any
got
questions?
James
I didn't,
Fletcher.
I'm assuming no, but I don't remember.
It
Okay.
would be helpful, yeah, the use, I know. It says storage, but can he give us something more detailed?
I will, I'll get something.
Have some,
I'll
Patrick,
get something by Friday.
yeah, and then the other guy
That's
wants,
fire guy, yeah.
no, the other guy,
Quonset,
yeah, what is he doing there?
Quonset
Well,
storage,
no, I know, but what,
it's like a storage slash shop.
I know.
that's,
He says R a lot.
Yes. he does.
a shop is different than storage.
It's gone with fire.
Is he gonna have,
It's,
is he gonna have customers, what is he doing?
No, just kind of his own shop,
Is there sewer and water for the lots?
no, water, but
Oh, water.
not sewer.
No
Yeah.
sewer. So the, okay,
And
So
so the
there'd be
one,
nothing leaving.
this one that we just saw that doesn't have sewer, at any
remember this did not.
just water.
We can't get to the sewer.
So what happens? So what's the water just for
If-
fire purposes? No washing?
Wash a car or something outside, you know, hose.
For
So then it
the,
goes where? Into the
I
storm?
don't know, in a storm drain.
so no.
I mean, when I wash my car, it doesn't go into the sewer. And my driveway, I just put it out in the store.
Yeah. I'm just playing,
Yeah, I know.
I'm thinking that you're gonna want Chris to weigh in, being that we've had similar
He
projects.
already-
I don't
we've
think there's
already
a,
I've already had a conversation with him.
okay, as long as
You
there's
guys
something
first
for the
go.
record.
Yeah.
I'm trying to prevent a question coming up October 11th, that then we have to delay this for 2 more and then
No,
have
no,
Ready County Mayor, you know? Exactly. That's what I'm trying to get all the information up front.
That, yeah, are you gonna have bathrooms?
So I
or-
think-
Yeah.
No bathroom proposed.
What we need to know, in order for the town to be able to say, hey,
There's storage,
you need to know what type of uses we're proposing to use as much as detail as you can give us.
yes.
Also, because the parking is gonna come up, they're gonna be like, hey, do we have enough parking? Right? I agree with you, Rocco, that I think there's probably more than enough, but something that says. This is kind of along the lines that we're holding to. This is the number of employees we're proposing.
No, I get it.
This is how many hours we're gonna be here. That
I
helps
mean, either a
us
statement
make
of
that argument.
operations or actually bring the owners to the meeting.
I'll bring you on.
Or have them on Zoom so that we
I'll
can
bring
answer
you on.
questions.
Just
that would help.
to kind of further
That'd
Pin
be
it-
great. That'd
pin
be
this
great.
in and then we
Thanks,
go from there.
Thanks for the
Thank you.
weather.
All right,
Yeah.
take care, bye.
Get some aspirin.
What did you say, Chuck?
So you should have a bottle of aspirin.
Hammer,
Tylenol.
hammer my head.
Like a
does
organic
look
copy
help,
of both
right?
of the plan.
What do we draw?
Swift,
Swift, oh,
stormwater management agreement will be required from both property owners.
Yup.
yeah,
Provide stormwater calculation,
Yup.
need building renderings, elevations,
yes.
and then a statement of operations with the details. Part
For
number
each.
Yes, for each
for
one.
each.
Mhm.
That's for each one.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
And if you already had Chris's review on, because we're
Building.
running into it with pro cutters.
yes, with
So-
building code. The type of use.
Right. Does this
i.e.
dictate the need or not?
Over there.
Because I agree that the water is probably maybe all he needs, but it's not always true.
I didn't want the rocket to cough. Gosh. what a cough.
And then Chris Jensen, Jim Fletcher,
Thank you. Oh,
MIB,
actually,
sewer Ontario County Sewer District and the fire department.
mhm.
It's the same as the last time.
Is
Same as the
this-
last time. Yep.
Is this, too far from the airport? This is not in
Why do you think, do they need an approval?
the
Height?
FAA height.
Is it already there, the structures?
Mhm.
No,
No,
these
no,
are
no.
just all
It's-
vacant lands.
Please, site plan approval.
It's
I
like-
know the height, obviously, and the height is probably gonna be way low, but
I don't think it's any higher than buildings that are out there.
don't we
I
always
think,
ask,
they might,
don't we need to get a FAA?
I think so. I'm trying to
For height.
picture. Yeah, I guess in my opinion, I would probably put them.
I think we
there,
should add that.
as opposed to not, and then being told we have to later.
Right.
Trying to tell Rock, we're so quick to want to get, I'm
Why
like,
did you
just-
wanna
we're
run
trying to help
there?
you, Rock. I'm trying to make sure you have everything.
It's not anywhere near anything that could help the Auburn Trail, is it?
Oh, yeah, he already.
Yeah, we
has
have the
the
30-foot
easement
easement
in
across the
front.
front.
We
Yep.
asked them in the subdivision to do that, so.
Yep, they weren't sure which side of the road the trail could wind up. on.
Yeah, that's what. I'm just checking.
Yep, so that's
Thanks
there.
for being on
Make sure
top
they
of
had
it.
these.
I just think that
What's
Chris,
that?
See what happens. Don't get into
Chris is gonna chime in with something about the uses and
But there's
have any
something-
uses, so it's like,
Well, that's the thing, I mean, that's.
Yeah, storage, shop, we're gonna have a shop. Okay,
Right.
what are you gonna do in the shop? Oh, well, store things.
I
Right.
just think it's funny that you guys are referring to Pat McAlpin as the pirate.
I do.
He
well,
goes to church with me. I've known him for
What is
years.
the pirate?
He actually convinced someone that he was Scottish.
when he speaks,
He goes, "Arr."
he often speaks like a pirate, not kidding.
He likes to for
Arr.
He's a very
no,
funny guy.
He is.
it's funny.
My kids thought he was a real pirate.
We should have him do the Scots thing sometimes. It's even funnier.
Yeah.
We can do a Scot because Patrick McAlpin.
Put him on the ship at Outhouse Park.
Mhm.
So he owns the other one,
McAlpin self-storage.
by
The
Coffee
the
Cares.
coffee cares, like coffee cares, everything.
I would make
Okay,
sure
over
that we
10.
get like whatever the uses are from Rocco by
Yeah,
like
we need-
Friday.
Well, that's why I asked for a statement of
I
operations.
just know Chris is gonna come back and say to us in an email later on, and I don't want to.
Or have the owners there and
Yeah.
testify on the right.
I'm fine with owning, but give us something ahead of time that says, yes, this is we're in one of these categories.
Mhm.
And then we can simply say, okay, good.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's doing like large scale storage, like boat storage.
He is,
That
but
would
I
be my
think the
guess.
other one is one that's more concerning, the Quonset huts, because.
Yeah, there's just a place. We just want this
they-
place.
There's a business too, and I don't, what does that mean?
Yeah. And how does it work? That's like, if they build it, they will come. Well, we need to know what's coming.
You're building.
It's a buffalo shed.
Okay.
It's a Bison
Yeah,
shed.
bison.
John, well,
We're
you know
hustling
what?
bison.
That Foster Road, did you have MRB as a referral? Cause I know they gotta look at the cows.
We have, somebody on here for.
The one before these.
This other Rocco one was gonna be
Yeah.
referred to us.
Foster Road,
Foster Road. No.
Oh.
MRB.
Yeah.
MRB, cause they're gonna look at the
Okay.
lot coverage or the disturbance.
Assuming he gets it. 125,000 square feet.
All right,
Thanks for running over.
2.70, Robert, I don't know how to say that last name.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wazito.
Sure.
The Equisto, yeah, I can say that, I can't say other.
Michigan Road.
Robert, are you, hi, are you there?
Hey, Diaquisto, yep,
Quisto.
Thank you.
no problem.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Good.
All right,
What's Robert wanna do?
Robert would like to have a major home occupation or, basically internet car sales, correct?
It's like an automotive brokerage, yeah.
All right, do you want to give us
Major, I
the
don't know.
details of what you're proposing?
Minor, but I don't know what minor.
Sure. So realistically, the biggest reason that we're doing this here is there's a DMV requirement for an actual physical location, even though we're not really gonna need a physical location necessarily. We're basically gonna be finding vehicles at auction for specific customers looking for specific vehicles. Basically as a middleman for them, they're gonna give us a, certain model, type, price range, etc. And we're gonna do all the auctioning and everything online that we're gonna find the vehicles for, and then we're going to either get it shipped directly to them or pick it up ourselves and deliver it to them. But DMV requires an actual site location in order to approve an automotive license in general.
Right, so you need
Oh.
a physical address for the deed.
You need a physical address, correct? Even though we're not actually going to be doing any physical sales anywhere, we're just, it's kind of interesting process, unfortunately, but
You're gonna have an office in your home, that's gonna be,
In the garage, right?
or in the
Here.
garage or whatever.
yeah, in the barn back there, correct?
Okay. And from the street, nobody would know what's going on back there. So you have
Correct.
two signs, you have nobody coming and going,
Nope,
no cars being delivered.
nope,
So again, you're just using the address as your Home occupation, okay.
Correct, yes.
So if you go to get a car,
I'm sure people do it without.
oh, absolutely.
Just look
When
at-
you go pick
anywhere,
up a
Google
car,
Maps.
say you need to pick up a car from the auction,
Correct.
take it to someone, are you gonna bring it back here first, or does it go right? What's that process look like?
So if we're gonna go pick up a vehicle and bring it directly to their house, as long as they'll allow us to clean it there, or if they don't want to clean, it's fine, but we have somebody that will detail the vehicles for us, should you guys not want the vehicles at the property at all to clean them, which is fine. Then we can do that. The worst case scenario, and that was something we were going to ask you guys about in this meeting, was if we were to bring one vehicle back to that spot in the barn back there and pull it in the barn to clean it, is that acceptable? And if not, that's fine. We have no problem finding somebody to detail it as well, so. But there's not going to be any actual physical sales at the property. It's going to be at their house, essentially. We're trying to make it a easier process for people who don't like purchasing vehicles on the lot, essentially.
I think by bringing a vehicle onto the site for whatever reason, you put this into another tier of concern, I guess, not concern, but a review. Boy, it'd be sure nice, Robert, if you did not bring any vehicles related to your business to your home.
Okay, that's no problem then. Then it'll be strictly it's
Set up
gonna
a
be
drop
strictly
site somewhere, a drop site where you have approval to do the switch out, fine, but doing it at your place, it just, like I said, it makes it a little more complicated.
Yeah, no problem. We have several different avenues that we could take, but I wanted you guys to at least chime in on that before we, made a full-blown decision on how we would do that. So we'll bring it directly to the customer's house, or bring it directly to our automotive detailer that we already had set up, and we'll go from there.
Well, I speak for myself, not for the planning board, but that's just my opinion, and trying to read how the board would look at this thing. And if we want to keep it simple, I think your initial presentation is something that would work.
Great. I'm perfectly fine with that. Like I said, if you guys need do you guys need the information for the detailer we're going to be bringing it to, or do you need anything else specific from us? We just won't bring any vehicles on the lot. That's not a big deal.
Okay.
Is there any employees?
Nope.
Other than yourself or the residents of the house? I mean.
No. Oh, well, there's, that's the wife.
Sure, but nobody else,
The boss.
No.
nobody else coming to the house on day to day to conduct this operation. They'll just be.
Absolutely not. No, I would prefer not to have any random people just driving into the house constantly. That would be not something I'd prefer to do. No.
Sure, fair enough.
You said there was a statement of operation.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the statement of operations now, and number 6. If the vehicle is won, we have a week to pick the vehicle up from the selling dealer / individuals. We will be personally driving to pick them up and bring them back. So I would suggest then that you amend the statement of operations
Okay.
and submit just an updated one where you detail
Where they're gonna go.
where they're gonna go.
Where the vehicle's gonna go, that's no
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
No, just by saying offsite.
Or
Yeah,
offsite, yeah.
or
that-
just
exactly.
say, and
I don't care
Yeah.
where they go.
pick them up and deliver them
Check the house.
offsite. So just something more.
Just, yeah, absolutely.
What's
Just,
the road?
just to hammer that down.
Gotcha.
In that barn by
Only
Raffles.
Teslas. BMW.
Type 2. Special use.
Special use.
Special use.
To me, this
This is like a,
Yeah.
there's no sense of getting into the.
nothing is actually gonna be built, done.
No, there's no
Nothing.
improvements, so I don't.
I guess we just have to go through the special use conditions.
Conditions, yeah,
Yeah. It's.
Okay.
I remember.
which he's actually very familiar with, so I really appreciate you working with us on this.
Oh, yeah,
It's
well, I
really good to
appreciate
work
it too.
with. Thank you.
You guys
A
have
lot
been
of
great,
people,
so.
aren't as thorough as you are. Or,
I-
or are,
Contact you in any way,
are
shape, or
like.
form.
I didn't know. Yeah,
Big secret.
your competitors are probably out there doing them on their own.
Oh, yeah, that's what I hear. I mean, just the last guy saying something about people building a sauna back there. I'm like, man, I can't imagine trying to do something like that without talking to you guys first.
I think that's more of a storytelling, but
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair enough. It seemed like there was a bit of storytelling out of him, so.
all right, so 10:25. Yes. Planning board.
We can put it the 11th as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it's new, but it's,
I know, I'm
Minor.
with, I'm waiting to, I think.
That's up to you, Chairman.
11 sounds
There-
really fun.
Let me
so
ask you this
far.
question. When we did our rules of procedure, did it give us, did it
11th
give
is gonna
Chuck
be like
any
tomorrow night, not too
flexibility
much, and it's gonna
to
be all on the
do,
25th.
make that call, or did we totally ex-nay that ability?
I don't know. I can't speak to that.
Well, who's, are there any referrals? There's no referrals, are there?
Just the Venetias.
No, but. I
No,
mean,
this one.
Oh, no,
It's not going out to anybody. It's like,
it's not.
I just.
it's not a public hearing.
It may-
Oh,
it is a
it
public
is a
hearing.
public-
Yeah. There we go. So.
It is.
All right, we're 25th then. Yeah.
Takes that question right out.
Yeah,
But
we have time to advertise it by the 11th.
I guess my only thought would be, look at the rules of procedure, just to make sure, because of certain people in here asking specifically for that same privilege, and
It's true, because I had this.
yeah, I just know what will happen. So I have no issues. Makes sense to me going on the 11th. I just say, let's take a look at our, whatever the board's adopted rules or procedures are about that specific
Right.
protocol. Because I know, Chuck, we used to have the ability to do it. I just don't remember whatever happened. If that.
Well,
waived or
I
not.
think Doug was concerned that we weren't following our protocol regarding new applications on the second meeting.
Right.
Revisions on the first meeting, and this is a new application.
I
So
think there's more than enough reasons supporting why we move it to the 11th, but I guess, if you, my only opinion would be, let's look at the rules of procedure and see what it says.
25th. Do it 25th.
25th.
Yep.
25th,
25th of October, Robert.
not a problem. And that'll be an in-person, correct?
Yes, you have a Zoom option though.
Is it easy? What do you guys prefer?
I like people coming in person, but Chairman, what do you?
People don't always come.
Yeah, right.
Whatever is your convenience, Robert. I don't.
I think it's just pretty
I
straightforward.
think it's simple
This
enough.
is a this is the easy one.
Okay. Now, the statement of operation, you'd like that beforehand, correct?
Yeah, can
Please.
you update that by Friday of this
Yep.
week?
Yep. Do you want a paper copy, or would you like me
No,
to
you
email
can
it to you?
email me.
Okay, that's no problem.
Thank you.
Anything else you guys need from me?
No, that's it.
Wonderful.
Do we
I
need to-
appreciate you guys taking the time today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming to see us.
Absolutely. You guys have a great day.
Oh, hold on
1
second.
second. Do
Oh,
we,
yep.
we need a waiver from a professionally prepared site plan? I get confused. I know sometimes special use permit triggers the need for a
Site
sketch plan or a site plan
Reading that.
to be
Yeah, we do
provided.
need it. Yeah.
So
I'll
we
send
might
them a
just-
waiver.
Need to get a waiver signed. Thank
I
you,
should
Chuck.
make sure this. Wait. Oh, no, they did. The horse shed did do.
A waiver? Yeah, that's a good call. I forgot about that.
All right, so yeah, we need a waiver. I'll send you the waiver, which is, all that is us saying it's okay for you to basically hand draw and submit what you did. We don't.
Oh,
need
okay.
Engineered plans.
Okay, that's fine.
Formality.
It's just for our,
Just paperwork. I get it.
yeah.
No problem.
Ducks in a row.
So now,
You're
Put a
quacking.
duck on the wall.
I think you should.
Couple ducks flying off.
little rubber ducks.
I'm gonna do that.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
All right, you
You
too.
too.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
So there's nobody else online
Noise.
No.
pedestrians,
This is good.
Mark's is
Parking,
here.
lighting, aesthetic.
or Bill Grove.
Or those
I'm
girls.
saying, like, he's like, Zoom or in person, I'm like, well, not everybody shows up, so.
I'm actually Liberty Restaurants. I'm surprised, this guy Brett. I'm working with them.
Is that what that one is? That's the waiver for that Popeyes one?
That's for their 25 signs that they want.
Oh, the signs,
And we're seeing it because it's on
separate.
it's a commercial CC zone, or
We're
then we're
thinking-
seeing the signs for Popeyes. Usually we don't. Unless it's standalone. Is it freestanding or on the building?
They are all over. There's a priest, there's on the
I
building. There's not.
No, Chuck, I don't think that the planning board's not seeing them.
No, you're not.
This is just the
This is
ZBA. This is
Oh,
the
I'm sorry.
ZBA
Yeah.
application.
You're not, yeah.
Okay,
there,
I saw
yeah.
it, yeah,
It's not the number of signs, it's the square.
total
footage.
square footage. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it is.
That would
number
be
two,
on
but
the
Really. This
18th
is-
or. Do you have room for one more on the 18th?
Are we at
ZBA?
4 now?
This would be 4.
This is 4, this is it, this is 4 zoning board.
Have they started over there?
Oh, excuse me,
No, they haven't
need-
gotten approval yet from us.
They need a variance for setback first, and then they can go for site plan.
So they needs a public hearing because it's zoning board,
Mhm.
type 2 lens.
I don't think you need a secret.
We don't need it, it's a,
What are we talking about? I'm sorry.
We're talking about
Popeyes.
Liberty.
Oh, yeah, it's a type 2 action. Variances are type 2.
Oh, it is?
I mean, you don't need seeker, but there's still an action that has to be
Oh,
taken.
I didn't think you took seekers on CBA.
Yep, it's written right in the type 2 list that variances are considered type 2.
and then does this go to
Type
the
2
county,
just
John,
means
because
that
it's a
there
state
is no
road?
action.
Yes.
It does.
There's a designation, so
it does.
they have 2 lists, type 1 list, type 2 list, anything, yes, you see, and it says anything that's on that category list of type 2, it just means it's insignificant, no worries.
Okay.
Type 1 means, well, you gotta go through the whole, and then anything that's not on that is considered unlisted, and then it gives us a little bit more flexibility to decide what we want to do.
Not to prolong it. CBA never does seekers, do they?
They don't.
They approve it though,
Well,
they vote on it.
that's, what I was just thinking that, like, they don't ever,
They don't do a seeker resolution like we
So-
do.
they don't. even
So
do a
maybe
resolution.
they've predetermined somewhere in their findings that it's a type 2 action and therefore doesn't need to.
Predetermined, they never say that. I wonder if I should start.
Well, I know some communities like will pass a resolution at the beginning of the year that says all the ZBA meetings on these dates are public hearing dates. And they advertise it ahead and then they just do the individual.
Oh.
I'm not right or wrong, I don't know, but that's how some of this, I was like, oh, maybe they. And we declare all of them as type 2
Everything.
actions. Chris Nadler said we don't have to do anything like that, but I think technically they should be saying this is a type 2 action, therefore there is no action. Because in the seeker, there is some instances where an action that they see could be considered something more than a type 2.
That, I think.
Especially
a
if
lot
it's
of the
part,
stuff that
if
they
it's part of
do-
a larger project, like
Sure.
the trigger, the need for the variance triggers them to do something that then makes us a bigger project. Now they're the lead agency and
Well, that's, so then they would be the lead agency for,
they could be, that, it gets a little bit
That's a little
wishy-washy,
dicey.
but if you have an application that goes to ZBA first,
you know,
right? And it's part of a bigger project, technically, you shouldn't be able to weigh on that because it's part of a bigger project. And the whole project itself, variance included, is gotta be considered.
see, that's why I think someone should go to planning board first.
Don't disagree. Now, it would create some
The bigger one would
problems on
be-
some,
I
but
know,
But most of the time, most of the projects we're talking about are residential in nature and the variance in them, but both of them are insignificant
All right,
in terms of seeker.
so the ZB is in the 18th, whether. They need seeker or not, that's,
At this point, you do what you've been doing.
yeah.
Well,
the ZBA do
Nadler
what they
comes
do.
to every meeting, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, if Nadler is, it's because Nadler
He's
does,
there.
that he doesn't believe in type 2. He does, because technically you don't need to do anything.
That's why we don't do it, I guess.
But we always, I like the resolution because it just shows that we completed it. So
Okay.
if somebody were to ask, did you do seeker? We're like, oh yeah, we did. Look at.
All right, we
Hey,
can
John.
go to Mark Potter.
Hey, let's see.
You guys reviewed this.
Wow, is this the old building? Oh, it's an.
So North Road.
North Road.
She keeps,
The North
keeps the
Street.
other thing.
Street, is that what it says?
Existing,
Mark-
addition
is
to
it
an
Mark- what
existing,
is-
again, Logan, Matt.
Is this the one where we
You guys-
approved it and then it changed,
They moved it.
they did something different, and then Mark's,
Chuck Potter.
Yep.
mhm.
It's in Venezia.
Yep.
You-
Wait.
So at one
Originally-
point or another,
Original that Mark's now doing.
Ah.
they did something, they made some modifications to it, and
Okay.
we called
Oh,
the
this
JT
is-
Properties.
This is right next to, the Marine, what's that? Blue Marine.
Mhm.
or whatever.
They wanted to do the storage in the back of boats. They had a fence line and there was a discharge that they were using. And there was some piping that had to be done, and then Marks took over and tweaked it, and we had to do an additional review on it. Is this the same project because they didn't get signatures or something? And so they're just resubmitting that same project, just now with Mark's name. So I think the first time I came in, it was a Venezia project. And then before it got signatures, Marks took over as the engineer. They made a minor change. They were going through staff to get that change approved. I just don't recall whatever happened. And now my question I'm wondering is if they never got signed, therefore expired, Marks is their new engineer and they're just resubmitting that same plan that they looked at.
The intent of this project is to obtain site plan approval for a new 1,400 square
New.
foot building
Building.
addition
This is
to an existing building.
there you go. See?
The addition to this
Had I just
building
read?
will not exceed the.
Yeah, that's
Then
fine.
I probably
I
would've-
read that, I'm like, I missed something.
Why did I not read
It's
this?
because it pulled it 3 inches this way.
Yeah,
that's
there
why.
you go. There's your excuse. I don't have one.
We never.
My excuse is I just started saying, well, I know this.
So it's a new addition to an existing building. Okay. So we're
And a lot line.
in the
adjustment. That's what the plan.
Potter
says, but
roll.
I don't have a,
okay.
all right, let's. pull this
Auburn
up.
Trail? I
No.
throw it out there. Anytime we're anywhere near it, I'm gonna be just like, let's just make sure.
I feel like we reviewed this one too.
Potter property,
I am not.
And
familiar with
it's
this one, but I don't think it's
too
that
close to
old.
the city.
Mhm,
The JT one?
yeah.
No, I think it's within the years, within the 2-year window.
81.
I mean, they did a building addition and they had to do stormwater increase.
There's been things before.
I mean, come on now,
I
let's
remember.
have a big picture plan a little bit,
Yeah, I
right? Like, are you gonna keep coming in constantly, like no sooner than the grass grows, then we're chewing it up again? Well, we wanna go one more scoop.
And then there was an application on the boat place next door.
Yeah.
The Blue Marine.
Marine blue.
Green, blue.
Whatever, yeah, it's a big, he's got a good business.
I'm not sure why there's no.
And then you them.
No, I think it's just the transition, like how they leaving. Got misplaced or didn't get placed. So we need, John, we need digital copies of this. Sorry, everybody's getting out. Outline adjustment. What? See, just in detail.
This was the last building, I think.
There's the boundary.
It's here, because it says. So it must be. This.
He's just showing the whole lot that goes all the way back.
Well, it looks like this one goes back, right?
Yeah,
It
that's-
almost looks
that's all
like this is a
that's all
separate
this.
lot, and then this is a lot.
This
Yeah,
is a
right.
blow up of this.
What's
Well,
this right
yeah,
here?
but see Chuck, for this, he's got this, he's got a lot right here.
Yeah, look at
Over
it,
that.
it goes in.
Proposed boundary.
This one says current, right? What's this one say? That says
That's
proposed?
proposed. So this is
Current, okay, so
existing.
this is the current.
All right, so they're expanding this.
Is there a lot one?
They wanna, yeah, they wanna.
Yeah,
take it
this
to
is the
include this
current
building.
and it's added that.
Adding this building to this.
Yeah.
Where
Interesting.
is, this is North Street, what, is this the city line? What's over here? I'm confused.
Cities that way.
Oh,
There's
okay.
a, here. Put that over.
I just look at it and somebody else needs to see it.
It's next to
I'd like
the
to see
sausage.
Oh, it's next to Artisan.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
He's got his
Where?
three AC.
Person there. There's
Oh,
That's packed.
Active. Artisan Meats and then
That's the Civic Center.
Civic Center and Potter's. Craziness.
what's this?
Wait, oh, what's this?
That's the glass, is it the glass?
Yeah, that's Egypt
Oh, that's the
glass.
glass. Okay. Oh, Civic Center, yeah, is down. This is the
Down
Y.
there.
The
Okay,
Y.
So where are we? We're in here, okay. Oh, this is the back end road that goes to
Constellation.
Constellation,
Mhm.
that we can't drive on even though. I need to.
So where's the addition?
The first is the lot line, right?
Okay.
What's the building? Let's see. That's
Just,
great.
wow, that's a great plan.
So this is off the trail.
Ah. Square footage,
Oh, that's it?
that's what he's doing, other than the lot line.
Is that why they want the adjustment on the lot line?
Yeah, because it probably would have.
Does it be too
very
close
easy
to
to do
the,
that.
is it stormwater? What is it?
Yeah, he's got it. So they have. This site started like with one building and then they did like two other buildings and they had to do all the stormwater stuff. And they added something in the back and they had to do more stormwater additions. And so now every time they do a building addition, they have to do water quality for it.
What is? It's an easement?
Yeah, I think there's a
Proposed
water main that runs through there,
It goes right under the building?
a pre-existing one.
Yeah.
yes.
There's a storm sewer pipe.
Oh, no, this is proposed.
It's not existing? Interesting.
Maybe they're just.
Be nice
cleaning
if
up.
Brennan was here or somebody is that much.
So they're not proposing water. Why doesn't the existing features plan show the water then, right? That's one argument to make. The good thing is we have a lot of these plans, so. So I think at least,
It says they're proposing the water main.
Yeah.
right, right, but then they have this, what we call the existing features plan that
Oh,
show
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
And then doesn't have any exist, they just show this pole barn. So it should, in my opinion, should show the water main, should show any proposed easements. Show the other buildings if they're applicable, but they do have them on here.
Sounds like a lot of questions, guys. You could deem this thing incomplete.
Well, you also can't submit a lot line adjustment with this. I mean, this is really confusing.
Yeah.
What's he about? So he's got, he calls it existing boundary, and he's got a
I
boundary.
mean,
But
and
it
this
would-
is the
I
detail,
guess it says lot line adjustment, maybe it would say proposed. maybe
but there's
clear,
no,
but-
where is there any square footage?
Of the lot, right, so does it say,
Line,
so it says.
Artifacts map. Well, we require a separate application for lot line adjustments.
This one doesn't say the acreage. Although this one does, that's this one. I don't know. So I think he's giving us the acreage of this and then the acreage of this area.
Yeah.
And there's that one afterwards. After adjustment, he gives us the acreage.
But we have no, there's no lot line adjustment application, John, so we need that. It needs to,
Yeah, I think he can clean it up a little bit.
he could clean it up and
Quite a
submit
bit.
it.
Is
For
this
our
all part of
recs.
the lot though too? I mean,
So I don't know what the, I don't know what that follows.
Yeah, what is that, where does that,
That
I
part
don't know,
of the
pull this up, where does that lot go?
heck?
It's funky.
There's an industrial park. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 neighbors on
I
there.
think there's a.
What's the address there?
Ditch that runs back there.
5290 North Street.
There was a
Street.
error. Oh, I've never gotten that.
Check, I won't play this.
Oop, come again.
Where it's not working.
Good.
That's never happened.
No,
On- on-
didn't pay your bill? Didn't
The
pay your,
tax bill,
your
the
internet?
school tax bill that comes
Yeah.
up every time.
Shoot.
That's what that
We
thing
hit
is.
that
reflecting
number.
every time.
How many times you close by it?
maxed out.
Out of the school taxes. I don't think we have to pay taxes. What are they using it for? Is it drinking?
No, that's, I don't know if they.
Oh, he's got a lot of operate, he's got a plumbing operation, he's got a truck repair, a car repair. He leases out those buildings. Every time he came in, he built an extra building.
Remember there was some kind of a kid, young dance or something?
That was, yeah. and-
That's
Physical
still
fitness,
there.
physical fit, something like that,
Yeah.
There's a,
and way in the back.
it's almost like a gymnast
Yeah, that's it.
cheer.
Yeah.
Cheerleading,
I remember that when they came for that.
where am I here?
And
Oh, I'm not the wrong.
And
side of
Anthony used to
town.
bring the plans in.
Anthony Venezia.
Yeah.
There you go. Up a little more.
Here, right?
Yep, right there.
Alright.
So I think that, yeah, that's a drainage way. And then they must own land
They're gonna use that or they're running a lot?
along that area.
It's not.
I don't know, I can't click on it. Oh,
Right
Oh, yeah.
there it is.
Who
Wait a
let
minute.
that happen? That's what I'm wondering. Did we inform all those neighbors? Because they're bordering properties?
Drill, zoom in on that. See what. He might have two lots there.
He's
He
showing
does.
it wider
Yeah.
than that.
He does have two
Yeah, I
lots.
think, he's got, it's not
And
just
it
that
shows-
one strip.
Well, it shows the one lot, two lots, right?
Is this like some sort of,
Easement or something?
it looks like
Bowling
it could
alley?
be utility.
That's a crazy lot.
There could be a power line.
That's what I'm
In
thinking.
my own.
Next to the airport? You know what that shape is great for? The Auburn Trail.
Yep.
That's what that shape is
Annex.
perfect for. Look, it looks like there's already kind of a trail on it.
Yeah, what is that?
That's the future Auburn Trails.
Might be fine to run back there, I don't know.
I think that's a perfect Auburn Trail, although I think the FAA might not want it there again, but
Why do they have an issue with that?
people are very tall.
I mean, like, I don't get that.
They don't want to
You
clean.
have to go under a bar before you go under the.
Under 7 feet.
Oh, it's look, there's the,
That's what I'm saying.
It's
That is our
right
future
there.
Auburn Trail right there. There's already a trail in it. Look at it, you can tell.
but there's the end of the runway.
I know. It's
I
perfect.
think that's all wetlands in that dark area.
Yeah.
So I think there is a stream or ditch way that runs
Gotta be
from behind
something.
those properties to that area.
There's literally like a trail on it though, if you look at it.
Yeah,
It looks like a
it
trail.
that might be. I don't,
I mean, at least on Encore, it looks like there's a
is
trail.
that, what's
Looks
the
like
other
the
trail?
peanut line.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't you have the peanut line that runs through there? Maybe?
I don't think it's,
I don't know.
This,
I think that's the wrong side, yeah, the wrong
I
side.
think it's the other side, 332.
Yeah,
Right. Well, I agree with your thoughts, though, that they can clean up the lot line adjustment.
alright, so
He
he's,
needs
so
an
this is it.
application
this is a lot.
that he's proposing to do work on once he
Is that
extends.
his
it.
lot too? It's got it,
Yes. Mhm.
yeah, because the building crosses. it. Oh, that's a slope.
Look at that lot. That was a very special lot.
So there's two lots here.
He's still gonna keep two lots, except he's just decreasing.
Can we allow that configuration of the lot?
You define a lot by what, frontage and acreage?
Yeah.
Right, I mean, he can't build on said
No.
remaining lot, but he owns the acreage to it, as long as he's
He's
got
got-
frontage.
Maybe
And
he's
with-
willing to allow a trail easement. We could do something special.
Yeah, what is going on?
That is a federal wetland, I think, on the very tip of that, because there's a
Yeah.
teeny tiny little drop line on there.
Off the cuff, I don't think there's an issue with the lot line adjustment as long as he gives you the information you're looking for, but. Can't.
But seriously,
Like,
why
create
wouldn't we ask for the trail
configuration.
in exchange? I'm not kidding. I don't know how close the FAA will let us go, but.
Can you bring up like the NRI features?
Yeah,
Or
I just
streams.
turned I just turned on the wetland.
That is the weirdest lot.
It's 3.
kind of a little bit longer than it is wide.
Stream is already on, there's nothing there.
So there's no stream.
Yeah, I think there was that map shows potentially a federal wetland in the top corner there.
I think he
There
used to
are none,
own
there's
all
one
of those
here.
lands and then he sold them all off. But why did he retain that language? I don't know.
It's so weird.
I'm wondering if there's a utility that one's on.
Might be.
It looks like there's a path, that's all I'm saying, there's some sort of access on top of it, something. It might actually be the peanut line, because that's
So
aiming
this-
toward Thomas Road, that's where the peanut line ends.
This building that's currently on this lot is gonna go on this lot.
Mhm.
And the additions to this lot.
Oh, this is just-
In addition to that, right, which seemed pretty minor, but what's the use of the building?
Oh, no,
They had it in
there's still a lot of
between.
questions.
Yeah.
I'm
So I
just-
think that's the procedure that we're looking at. I don't know what that remaining
He owns-
is. I remember there was no changes.
G&T Properties.
It's come up before, and I just don't remember.
I'll find the old plans. Which I wanna say it was 2017. It's
Sure.
not that.
I mean,
long
they've been
ago.
before us. I mean, even before then, they came in. This is like the 5th time I've seen a project since working with Candidate one.
Really?
Oh, yes,
They've come in numerous times, so I'm sure this conversation has come every time, but I just don't recall. There's a reason for what they own. I think it's remaining lands of a much larger subdivision
Of a
that
giant.
occurred earlier on, but why do they retain it? I don't know.
John, how hard is it for you to do your abstracts? When you just reference something, a name, and it pops up?
I just go through, yeah, because I have them all in one folder, so. They're all in one file, so I can search for like powder or whatever.
Maybe pull up an abstract.
Yeah, and just see what we've done on it.
There's like.
North Street, I like I just go out North Street and see what comes up.
No, that makes
Oh,
They'll all come up.
Yeah, I just didn't want to run you through, have to look through.
Oh, no, it's easy, it's easy.
That's what I was trying to do with it.
flat then, too, if that's what it is.
Because I do all the minutes and make them
And
into
it's
one
obviously
file,
been disturbed.
Yeah,
that I can search just whatever.
and you have, always
You're not able to do anything.
either North Street or Potter.
Patterns, so I can search for all different ways and see what comes up. I remember a lot of it.
You know,
Okay, that'd be helpful. So what are we gonna do with this application? We need a lot line adjustment application, Sean, you say,
Yeah.
and do we need some more information on the plans?
Show the water main, show the proposed easements.
I think the existing features plan should be updated to identify all existing features and structures, i.e. water main, that are located in that area of the proposed application.
And there is stormwater management already,
I mean, this is just,
isn't there?
yeah, I don't know in this view shed if that is, and do we need it? If it's way back here, do we care? I don't know.
Is he
He's
replaced?
showing us.
Is this-
Right, is he affecting?
is this
something
pervious
here?
being,
Mhm.
yeah,
Right.
it's being made impervious?
Yeah, there anything else there that's
It's
right,
being impervious and it's just now a new type of.
right?
I
Maybe
think
you
it's
can leave a
grass.
lawn area. Define, vegetative areas from hard surfaces on the existing feature plan.
Looks like it's.
Any and all existing easements should be shown.
If that is the peanut line, so any,
If it is, yeah.
yeah, it could be, it looks like it is.
I think it is.
Mhm.
We could probably tell from the,
So it's gone from
you still don't
grass
hold
to
up, do the steep slopes.
impervious.
Show if it's
Okay,
green.
so you're, whatever counts you need. Of course, you're changing now. No.
So then, yeah, they might be under the threshold for requiring, but I need drainage calcs for
Actually, it's under.
their proposed, they call it, an infiltration trench. So any calculations supporting the sizing of that should be provided.
It's got.
Why
to be
is
the
that
peanut line.
orange? The trails.
There we go.
Oh,
Yes.
coverage doesn't matter. That's really-
That's gotta be the peanut line. It's too,
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
if
the two regular.
That's a good question, though.
Yep.
Because
Well,
you're adding this
You're
and this
taking
to
this
this lot.
off of this.
This lot now has too much coverage?
Yeah, it's like, well, building coverage,
Yeah.
yeah, lot coverage.
Is that a good
that would
issue?
make so
Yeah, and then
much
it goes
sense.
down.
Look at the requirements for this building section.
Yeah,
And then it goes along 332.
Say what the size of the building.
That would
know
make
it's
sense.
probably
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, the third New Michigan and all that.
And he should have two data blocks, really, one for each lot.
Yeah, John, another thing is, we should get the site plan. Should reference the size of the buildings. And then the question, Shauna, is do we need to be concerned with building coverage on this lot, because he's
Yeah,
adding another
I'm-
building?
He is, and
Well,
if
he's
that's
not bad on this because
Oh,
it's
that
got
one-
all of that,
That would be less.
but he's
right,
taking this off of
Right, well,
this
this is your
and
lot.
putting
right
it,
here.
make it part of this.
Right,
Yep.
so all the impervious.
So
surface
this
is all
lot
covered in
could
that.
be in, below building coverage, because industrial, I don't know. if
Yeah,
it's
but
30%,
this-
35.
why is this saying residential? Here. Can you see that?
If you look right behind you, it looks like it's all industrial all over.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so
It's industrial, I think.
can you,
He's nowhere near res.
right, John, on sheet EX 100, it shows residential zoning. It shouldn't,
No, it's all industrial over there.
yeah, it shows
Across
residential.
Brickyard is.
Yes, correct, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
So that needs to be
Site table
updated.
needs to be updated to reference the correct zoning district.
Yeah.
Which is industrial.
Well, yeah, because if you're creating. We should really see the coverage with the new lot proposed,
So maybe we can put it on him
yes.
and say, okay, as part of the updates. Design engineer should provide a table identifying the existing. Is it building coverage we're talking about? The existing building coverage for the existing lots. And then after the lot line adjustment, what the new building coverage would be for those
for
same
the
lots.
proposed, right,
Does that make sense, John?
And they are building an addition, correct?
Right, it's not just a lot line, but I think that would be in one and the same, but you're adding this new
new
improvements
lot,
too.
right,
That it's part of the process that we'd be required to look at anyway.
Should this do ECB? I'm not sure.
I'm gonna say no.
Well, who deals
Well,
with trails?
with the trails,
That's what I'm saying with the trail and it's.
The weird thing is, though,
Water.
if there's an existing trail there. We don't have any easements on here over it, or at least he doesn't show it.
That's not our peanut line. It just is part of the old peanut line.
Okay.
So it's not an existing
yeah, there's
trail.
nothing,
Ah.
My point is, we could use that for our, it's already ready to go.
Non-existing trail. We
And
should get
it's
the.
unbuildable land because it's just the width of the peanut line.
right, so this water, water main and a trail easement can go together,
Possibly, right.
yes,
exactly.
so.
And that's what I'm saying. I mean, it could solve a big problem and it could be a easy, quid pro quo in a way.
So,
Right,
John, did we already reference the existing future plan should be updated to also show the old peanut trail line?
The old peanut line, yeah. Which you can see, yeah, I think you pulled it up.
yeah, there it is,
That's what I was thinking, I'm like, that's gotta be. peanut line.
that made sense. I thought it was on the other side, but.
Told you I'm a map person. I need maps.
Is it on-
They got a lot to provide.
Yes,
It's not complicated, it's just they didn't do it.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is what,
and they're not.
this is what we've been
So,
doing with
I'm
the
gonna-
project recently.
Say. I don't know, I mean, we can give them till Friday, but
Yeah, sure. Give them till Friday to submit.
yeah,
and then-
Friday, and if not, it's done.
I would send it to ECB and we'll see what happens, and then, but it may not be ready before the next
Have you
one
been
either.
getting, like, as. Part of me wants to just say, you know what, your fault, you're not here, you have all this stuff missing.
I
No, we shouldn't even
actually,
let you go beyond that, resubmit, and we'll talk about it when it comes in, but I do know that. We have been somewhat nicer in allowing them to possibly resubmit, but it puts a lot on you guys internally to review the plans again.
well, that's the thing, and
It's
then,
a full plan resubmittal,
yeah,
we're not talking just add a note in the cover letter.
I wanna say this is incomplete, and they can come back next month.
It's a lot of stuff.
I don't disagree.
I
Well,
think
and I would request that they actually appear or send someone.
the second time that Brennan hasn't come.
He's grown.
Even looking.
Because we just,
Yeah,
spent-
Logan, if this is Logan, Logan is very, very receptive. He's a good,
but we just spent 20 minutes figuring that out because no one was here.
No,
you
what
know?
we're saying
I mean, if
is-
someone had been here,
It's not a complete plan and, I mean, we have some questions that would be good to have answered, so.
Yeah.
I think there's enough reason to support that decision of calling it, I mean, that's technically what we're doing,
In
right?
fact, you don't have an application for a long.
for a lot.
I think that's enough right there
That
too.
right
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's definitely complete.
Alright, so this will go, this will come back to PRC
that's not.
in October.
Plus, it might be the variance,
Yes, and if
right?
they
I mean, because
variance,
it's possible.
that's where we get the.
It's the building coverage.
Should I list all the items anyway, or just say it's incomplete, we didn't even look at it?
Oh, should we provide them that
Yeah,
information?
let's provide them the
Okay, and
information.
then say it's deemed
Yeah,
incomplete.
It's
it'll help us
incomplete.
next month.
We'll give you in October.
We know what we're looking for.
Exactly.
Well,
Now,
we
Brendan
can
and applicant.
request, everything comes in by October 1st.
Yeah,
And
make
then,
that make the
yeah,
deemed incomplete, resubmittal should be, revised information should be provided to the town by October 1st. Or an October X Jersey date.
all right, we have one more.
Got it.
Bill
Bill Road.
Grove.
Hickox Road. Oh, the Cunans, he's ready to
Oh.
build already.
This is Hickox
Oh,
Road.
this is Cunin,
It's Cunan's property.
Oh, is that the couple who was
the
at the meeting?
couple, yep,
Oh,
he wants to build his house himself. and build it.
wow.
Ethan Parrish. Yeah, they were at the meeting.
Yeah. Him and this. See if we got other. Okay, good for them. So what do we have from them?
Single stage site plan for approval construction of single family home on an 8-acre parcel.
No,
Site plan, site two.
Is this over by the Walshes?
It's
The.
the subdivision you
it's
saw
the
last.
first
Yeah, that-
lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the one that,
Right, Grove did not.
they said that they wouldn't build, they would leave the woods and everything alone.
Okay, they're already. on.
So that was on the ZBA condition and it was on our condition.
What?
And this couple was at our meeting and
Yeah.
said, we just want to
Here
go
it
ahead.
is.
We're not gonna do anything more or something.
That's
Imagine
fine.
it's a
Three bedroom.
simple house.
Very simple,
Yeah.
small
Could be a-
footprint,
Where
Could be
is
modular.
this Hickox?
Hickox, 20.
And this is the Walshes over here.
Mhm.
Okay.
So you got two more lots, 10 and. 12, probably.
Mhm.
This is the northernmost one.
Yeah.
That condition that we imposed and CBA imposed, that should maybe be on the site plan somewhere. If it- About no more,
About the subdivision.
yeah, about the
yes.
subdivision.
Yeah, you can turn around. Is this long enough for the turn around?
No. Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, so that's one of those. I meant for emergency. I
Yeah,
didn't know
no,
how it
they-
was.
It's gonna be blacktop.
It says gravel here.
Yeah,
but this down
blacktop
here,
apron.
Oh, yeah.
We get,
We can ask them to change the apron.
we do that all the time because
Yeah.
people usually don't show it.
Oh, then it's gotta be paid to somebody.
Yeah, the apron has to be paid.
Nice, they have septic. right?
I'll put this up back here. This is a flat lot.
Public water.
Yep.
We got water. We got water everywhere.
Even on Foster Road.
Wow.
Yeah.
We need
yeah.
to stop that.
I got water and sewer. That's why I like that lot. Okay.
There's really honestly nothing on this site, really. I mean, there's some corn hardwoods here, but it's all crop. I don't even know what kind of hardwoods are back here, probably not.
This is like much pine and conifers.
They meet all the setbacks. Yeah, this is 285. You need to be, was it 500 for the turnaround?
Okay.
I believe. Yeah, so they're good.
Okay,
All right.
all right, so it's a site plan. Type 2.
Fire.
Yes,
Cheshire. Fire, water.
24 or 1025.
I like how the house is rectangular.
Electric service. So how do they do this? So they trench in
yeah,
from there?
I'll just use one of those trench lines.
Mhm. They don't need full.
I don't know, sometimes he throws this disturbance boundary, he's got the boundary, but does he say the limits of what it is? Do you see the, I don't
I
know,
don't see it.
let's see what he says, oh, the acreage would be X.
We'll have them add
I
that.
think he's going to,
Limits of disturbance.
no, he shows the
Limits of
boundary.
Well,
Question
the
is,
disturbance.
yeah, if the disturbance threshold is greater than 20,000 square feet, our stormwater compliant.
I'll say if, and then I'll put the note.
Yes, and then say the plan should be updated to reflect that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Letters from the neighbors and all that stuff.
We don't need them. There's no variances.
It's in the watershed. Does it have to go,
It'll go to
yeah,
Tyler,
guys.
Tyler Oley.
Sure,
We'll
Bill's
add
already
him in.
talked to him. 25th.
Yeah.
Planning board,
Wow, that's gonna be quite the agenda.
Mhm.
earn our money.
Be the big bucks.
Big bucks. Some of them.
Doesn't go to the county.
Site plan, not it's not a county road.
Residential, they don't want to see it.
Hickox.
It's not close enough to any. I mean, it's
It's not a state highway, it's not, no,
the
no
hydrants there.
parkland, no county land.
I can never figure out their minutes. I don't even read. I can't.
The
figure-
county planning board,
I can't figure out the.
I'm on the board and I can't figure
You should
it
see the
out.
county's minutes.
Really?
Oh, man, every project that comes into them now, we have, I think they just had one that was a code update. It was a 1-page submittal. They sent back 10 pages.
This is
Because they
the
looked at the code
county
and
commission.
they were like, well, we didn't remember seeing it the first time.
Oh,
They made changes to their solar,
Oh,
they're
to
big on
solar.
solar. So it was a solar code update and it was one amendment, one sheet amendment. And they developed, I think it's a good list, but they've developed like these standard comments for everything now. And so they're like, since your amendment came in after we've created this, and when we originally looked at your law, it was before this, we looked at the whole thing. Here's our 10 pages of comments.
who was this again?
Livingston County.
Oh, Livingston.
Livingston-
I heard
Livingston.
county, but I. didn't
Yeah,
know which-
Livingston County, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, they're,
How often do they meet?
it's just often as, yeah,
Septarian honey.
except for now, like. Well, like.
Not during honey
solars,
season.
they're all low, they're doing a bus tour, because we have a contract with
They're
them,
doing a bus tour of solar.
and they were going to some sites.
in
Almost,
Livingston.
but they just told it like, they're like, hey, they want, no. They're adamantly trying to find ways to protect communities
Yeah.
from bad solar. And they're trying to promote and show, the construction process and some of the pitfalls that they've seen. The issues that we're riding into is they're sending out the guy to go, because they've hired somebody to help with them, to help establish this new set of standards. And, they're asking these questions during construction of our project that they're no longer involved with. Like, you
that
have
ship
no
is
standing,
sailed.
you're gone, like, and it's creating all this backdoor problems. And so now we have this solar tour that I was told, I remember this, no problem. And I was told it was like 2 hours, and now it's like a 10-hour day of solar. I'm like, yeah, I can't go.
Where they going to Buffalo?
Oh, it's all of
Are
the
they going
county.
to- So that's Mount Morris.
And it's every project that MRP's review because we have all the communities in this county. So it's like, oh, this is gonna be
Are
dangerous.
you doing, is it Geneseo's plan?
Yeah,
Compton?
yes, somebody from our office, I'm not doing
Yeah, I'm at RMP.
I wish I could just make like some sort of rule that like all the nineties and the thruway just were lined with solar and then just be done with it, you know, and the
it.
right
Here's
of
the thing,
way.
you're allowed to put them in this
Yeah,
area.
And the right of way on the thruway, 390, 490, all the right of ways, just fill it with solar, there, that's enough solar.
Mount Morris had 4, right, of what we've seen here, 4, and they have the 94C, which is the.
Oh, they
huge one.
do.
They just got 5 new applications for 5 more solars. I was like, dude, the whole town is gonna
All
be
those
like the
farms.
solar farm.
All those farms.
Done any referrals? I mean, Tyler Rowley, fire department
Stuff.
Tyler Oley,
It's MRV.
MRB,
Site plan
Jim
What's this one?
Fletcher for the.
For that one?
driveway.
for that one, the last one.
Yeah, I would say
Grove.
us.
The Grove.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yes.
Yes.
In back in the day, it used to be only residential site plans in the RLD. Just for purposes of,
Oh, yeah, I was.
that was the only time we would get individual lot site plans. But then we started redefining that because of drainage requirements, so. I think
You had
it's,
some grandfathered lots. I
I'll
have
always be willing to accept whatever reviews you want to give to me, I'm just,
a big house on Whiteful's they're building. That was
Making sure-
grandfathered before we had the site plan requirement.
Yeah.
That's some house.
Was it really?
Yeah. Yeah, Chris, cause they were putting a house up somewhere and he said that was before site plan was required for, single family lots,
Mhm.
except for the RLD. So then, he said, by the way, there's another one on Whiteful's that's gonna be coming. So when you start seeing dirt fly there. Oh, no, so.
Wait till RSM starts building, oh my gosh.
Oh,
I get
God.
calls.
Well, RSM would have to come for every lot, I guess, right?
Mhm.
Do they? I mean, they're in the SVO, they're in. Part of it's in the RLD,
now.
Part of it is,
It's-
part of it
it's-
isn't.
yeah,
But they have all, well, no, each. Yeah, we're gonna have to see site plan for each lot. Unless they submit. A site plan application, which I haven't seen.
you mean like an overall?
Right,
They already did though, that's.
they
already
have
approved.
subdivision,
Yeah, all the lots or something.
Oh, lots are there.
but they still need site plan, right? For each
I
lot.
see they're digging test holes on Cheshire.
So we used to,
Oh, sorry.
no, that was my fault.
No, I was just saying,
Test holes for what?
for a septic system. On Middle Cheshire, the
Yeah.
guy that had the lots in front of Middle Cheshire and he had some lots in the back.
Across from Ferris Hills.
He came in.
Across
just
from who?
for sketch
Yeah,
plan.
yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah,
Over there.
Yeah.
We just had sketch plan from him.
No, he's
Right.
digging.
no.
Is he the one that-
Did he do the
I
subdivision?
don't remember.
No,
Oh,
it's just sketch plan, you're right.
Yeah, it was eight lots.
Because we
maybe?
said we weren't crazy about the ones on.
Yeah, and we asked him to.
Yep.
Switch stuff.
Yeah,
up.
they
Yeah, he was
reconfigured it.
sort of an
Yeah.
engineer builder type.
Yeah, we asked him to look at it. He
Entrepreneur.
never-
He's had a guy out
No, it's
there
not.
for probably a week
Yeah.
digging
Really
test
wide
holes,
test-
test holes.
Okay.
He was out there Saturday, I guess.
Is
checking
that
it.
what that's for then for PERC?
Yeah, for perk,
Maybe,
because there's no sewer there.
I mean, you can, I mean, aren't they allowed to go do that without,
What test holes?
yeah, they're allowed to do that.
I would do that.
But,
before I
but
did
just
anything.
monitor it from now.
Yeah,
on.
we
Sure.
like people are-
You see a big dozer show up like, oh.
Start digging.
So anything new for tomorrow night at all for us planning board members?
The Shepherd, did they need it? They needed a stream variance?
Yes,
Did he took the oath of
Yep.
office with Chris Nadler?
and then we bailed on it.
That was-
Then he
And then you sent me a video on how to really do it.
Oh, I gotta swear on it?
That's the first thing I thought of when I saw Chris Nadler do that. I said, oh my God.
Like, what is happening right now?
Under penalty of
Penalty of
imprisonment.
Imprisonment.
And the guy said, I didn't see nothing.
I was like, buddy, don't agree to this, whatever you do, do not agree.
And so Nadler had Shepherd Ford guy, what was his name, Theodore,
Mhm.
had raise his right hand and swear that he had seen water, had not seen
There
water.
was
in the
discussion
creek
on
for-
on 6
6
months of the
months.
year.
After he kept saying, I've never seen water in that creek. I've never seen water in that creek. There's never water in that creek. Well, then Chris said, will you swear to that? And he said, yeah.
Yeah.
So then Chris
Wow.
was asking,
And the
under the
PRC,
penalty
no.
of
So
prison.
this was the planning board meeting.
So then Chris says, all right, raise your right hand.
He's like, well, we can
Come on.
swear if you're
Your name,
comfortable, we
your
can go through this
address,
process.
How long you lived here?
And then
Where
he
is
was
the
like, yeah.
Case, what do you do about it?
Yeah.
It's the two.
Oh,
that are-
those two. Oh, I don't know if I agree with that, having walked there a lot as a small child.
So we, I think he bailed on that
We
idea.
determined that that
and then-
stream is very,
So there's nothing we can do on that
Yeah.
one at this meeting, right? Just
Until the
continue it
ZBA.
until the ZBA.
So,
I give you guys a continuation
Yep,
resolution.
I got that.
All right, and then you,
And then we've got the Lakewood Meadows, they missed on the elevation.
yeah, that one's pretty straightforward from my standpoint, but I know that.
Other than that,
this
And
is
then-
just,
And then you have the Q and the K property, the subdivision where we're amending it.
oh,
So
you have a resolution.
I did, and I can do it
Oh, you
anyway.
did.
That was, my question is. We recall because there was an error in the resolution and we tweak it, but I guess I'm apprehensive to call it an amendment. Because it's not technically an amendment to the plan, like there is no change, plan change, it's just a correction to the resolution.
just like we correct the minutes, would you just then have to re-vote?
That's what I'm wondering. So I don't even know that you need a resolution. I think you just recall it and say we wanted to correct it and then redo it. Otherwise, we'd have to recall everything and redo everything.
Yeah.
Right, just identify there was an error, we acknowledge there was an error in the
Yeah,
the
sure,
resolutions that were previously
yeah,
approved,
I didn't think.
and
Let's
we
do that.
motion to agree to make the change. And then I make the change and submit them to you guys with the old votes.
Yeah.
From before on there.
So
Yeah,
we
and
get an
that's everything
explanation what
just-
happened and then
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
They
think that,
want it for closing.
right, I totally get it, but because it's not an amendment to a plan, I think that brings us down some other kind of weird rabbit hole.
That sounds great. So that's all we have.
John Casey's release.
His release, yeah, it should be, I'm not saying it,
Don't say it. Don't even say
very
it.
busy meeting,
This is gonna be our.
the hardest one that I've ever been to in my life.
I'll try to make.
We're
it
gonna be
longer.
here at least till 9:30
When? Oh, on
tomorrow. No, tomorrow. I think we'll go if we get up early.
Just go with it, Chuck, yes.
Say yeah.
Go with it, go with it.
nine
yes.
thirty.
They don't wanna say it's-
I won't be
Uh,
there. Somebody else will be running the meeting by then. Sounds like a board meeting tonight.
not too bad, I don't think. so.
Really?
Well, we'll see what happens when we get there.
I'm gonna zoom in.
Do they have a fifth board member yet?
No, we won't till the election, so
Oh, wow.
we would have had to have had a special election and that's 30 grand, so.
Do you have any special guests
Really?
tonight? I didn't look at the
That's
agenda.
I
crazy.
think there are some that are
Thought you
coming,
did.
but I don't know offhand. I think that's after this now, I'm gonna go get into tonight.
You're gonna probably adopt the subdivision change, right? Or did you?
We did already. Do you mean the ag one are you talking about?
No,
No.
Minor,
the one
major.
about the
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Private roads.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's tonight.
That's right. The changing the setback from the stream from 6 month to class C,
Mhm.
can that happen? Is it gonna happen?
Ordinance was talking about
We have to
that.
take it to ordinance.
Oh,
We
that's right, that's good.
we
Makes
brought it up.
sense.
in ordinance,
Yeah.
Remember? That was, you
Yeah.
and I were talking
Seems
about.
so strange, I
Not
could swear we've done this, I feel like we've had this
John
very
gave
same.
me the
conversation.
abstract and we talked about
We
it
talked about it
and
at
the
length.
planning board said, okay, and I remember Eric pleading that
It just
please
never happened,
change
huh?
this because I don't know whether it's 6 months of flow.
Well, that's the thing. We go out there and
How can you tell?
it's
Yeah.
wet today. Will
So,
it rain for 4 days?
All you gotta do
Right.
is they're not class C stream map.
Which are mapped streams,
Yep.
which makes it easy.
And if it's there, it's gotta be 100 feet. Very easy.
Would be nice. It was always.
Bye.
Right.